report is sponsored by Overhead Door Company of St. Louis.
If you need a new garage door, this could be your lucky day. Entries are now open for the $5,000 sweepstakes at Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. A winner will be chosen at random to receive $5,000 towards new garage doors, openers, or front entry doors of their choice. Enter now at overheaddoorstlouis.com.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, hit it.
Chris Ranji, Amy, Mark Scores. The Chris and Amy Show.
You know who it is.
Also, if you didn't know, this is called The Show.
On 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Good morning, friends. How we doing? Everybody good? Everybody's good.
Excellent.
I'm going to take your silence as yes, everything's great.
Everything's fine.
We are happy you're with us today. 314-436-7900. Phone number to call and text. Voice messages on the Odyssey app. If you don't have that app on your phone, it's AUDACY. Find it in your Google Play Store or whatever that Apple thing is called. Also, is it the App Store? Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all you Apple people. If you want to watch the show, you can watch the show on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We highly recommend, and so does your doctor, recommend that you follow us on Twitter at Chris Amy KMOX.
Time now for the top of the order. The top 3 stories everyone will be talking about.
Senate will reconvene today as the government shutdown continues. What are we in day 3 now? We are in day 3. Woo.
Well, some American comedians, a lot of them actually, and some of the biggest names are facing backlash for taking part in the Riyadh Comedy Festival in Saudi Arabia. You know, that beacon of free speech.
Yes. Also, Cori Bush, who was once the congressperson for District 1 in Missouri and was beaten by Wesley Bell, has decided that she is going to run for that seat again, making the formal announcement today with a video and social media post. We've got John Hancock and Michael Kelly today on the show. They are sitting in. Gentlemen, hello. So you didn't get a chance to talk about former Congresswoman Bush, who is now running again for her old seat.
We did, in fact, have
a
chance. Yes.
You did? Oh, I thought you only talked about the shutdown. That's what Michael said.
No, but
we got a little bit of the...
Michael set you up.
He really did.
We've got approximately 12 minutes of airtime every Friday.
Yeah.
And what we are able to cram into those 12 minutes is
amazing.
It's remarkable.
It's unbelievable.
And if the microphones worked, it'd even be better.
How is it that your microphone it has a hard time staying up?
I don't know, man. This is they obviously haven't put enough blue pills into this thing. It just won't, just keeps falling down.
Things are falling apart the older you get.
I don't know that the environment's going to be right for Congressman or former Congresswoman Bush against Wesley Bell. But I think she's, she does have a constituency of support. But it's, I don't know. I feel like people have had a year of more normal behavior where we don't have a congresswoman who's making national headlines. But anything could happen. And, primaries are such that they sometimes reward the folks from the extremes in each other's parties.
Well, it's a family business. And, they use that campaign account there to pay a lot of bills. And so I suspect that's at least part of the rationale for the election campaign.
Maybe she misses spending $500,000 on private security since she did want to defund the police, but spent $500,000 on private security for herself.
But the difference between that and this is she's not going to have that kind of money this time. The local donor community is not going to buck up for her. And it remains to be seen whether she can tap back into that very progressive national low dollar money that Democrats have put together. Maybe she can. I didn't get the impression that she was particularly a popular member of the squad. She seemed to be, I'm not there, but it didn't seem like she was really in the clique there. She was attached to it, but so I don't know. We'll see. Are the AOCs of the world going to come in and really support her against Wesley Bell? I don't think so.
So that's my question. Is Cori Bush just saying, I don't care, I'm running for this seat again? Or did she pick up on something that I'm missing? Either that Wesley Bell is somehow unpopular already, or AOC, who, rumors about her running for the presidency.
I think John kind of hit it on the head. I'm not sure Cori Bush knows what else to do. She's been running for office for over a decade now in the state of Missouri. People may not realize this, but she even ran for governor at one time, a long time ago. I mean, so I think this is probably, what she knows to do.
It's also the best part of her entire life. I mean, that period where she was elected to Congress and in Congress, those are the good old days, and so I think she's going to try and have that experience again.
But Wesley Bell's not the only congressperson in the St. Louis area who could potentially face opposition as well. We also have this Fred Wellman. I don't know if you guys know Fred.
I'm aware of him via social media. That was the first I had seen him.
I think Fred comes out of the Lincoln Project. I think he was
that might be right.
a Republican at one time who's just disenchanted with the Republican Party's losing its true conservative face. He's a blogger. He's got a national following. I've met him several times. I think he's a likable guy. He's got a tough race. I mean, it's hard to take on an incumbent, particularly an incumbent who's going to have resources. Ann Wagner at one time was the chairman of the Republican Party nationally. So think about that. Having the resources to run for re-election aren't going to be a problem for Ann Wagner, but in an environment like this where it's anticipated historically that this should be a good Democratic year, I'm sure Fred and others are like, hey, why not throw my oar in the water in the hopes that a wave comes and takes out some of these Republicans?
Well, and that's the District 1 where the last two elections have seen the incumbent fall, with Cori Bush taking down Lacey Clay and Wesley Bell taking down Cori Bush.
Right. Well, that's in that district.
I
flipped over to Ann Wagner's district, and I don't see it changing. Yep. Do you see? No, even in a historic year where Democrats, should have good outcomes.
No, they redrew that. If the district was principally a St. Louis County based district, a district like that would potentially be targetable for Democrats. But that district goes out and grabs, a bunch of rural counties, goes all the way out to Gasconade County, which is, per capita the most.
It's where all the tornadoes go.
Well, it's the most Republican voting county in the state.
All the warnings are in Gasconade and Macoupin.
It's the most Republican voting county in the state.
That's mainly the reason I know most county names is because of the weather
warnings.
Yeah.
My
Macoupin,
brother,
like if you told me, put a gun to my head and said, "Where's Macoupin?" I couldn't.
But they better head for shelter.
Yeah,
that's probably.
If you're in Macoupin, hide.
My brother was like, "What the hell's going on in Gasconade?"
I know Macoupin in Illinois because I drive through it to get to Madison.
Which is
County.
Where isn't that? Where
is there a Macoupin in Missouri?
Macoupin County.
Yeah,
they got
Weatherman's
always talking
about Macoupin County in
No.
Missouri.
Okay, so just Macoupin, Illinois.
There is a Bourbon County in Missouri because Hancock.
Bourbon City.
Wasn't there a
It's in
county too?
Crawford
You
County.
pointed it out to me both down and back.
Bourbon is in Crawford County.
Of course, Crawford.
Do Gasconade and Macoupin abut?
No.
Then why are they always in the same storm warnings?
Excellent question, Amy.
It has to do with longitude and latitude.
I just thought they were next to each
Go
other.
on, John. Tell us more.
don't you?
I've heard about it.
So the longitude is the long, thing, and then the latitude has got the lat thing going on, and so your tornadoes usually follow what they call a longitudinal pattern. And
are you positive? No, they would
still
follow a
abut.
latitudinal. Latitude is left to right.
Oh my God.
no, it's longitude.
Longitudinal is up to down.
No, I think you're incorrect about that.
I think John's right on this.
On this, the longitude is long, you see, and in your latitude
is parallel.
Yeah.
Is parallel.
So it's a longitudinal
Parallel.
trajectory.
That's not even means up
It's
and down.
parallel to the equator.
And
to the equator.
Apparently, Gasconade County in Missouri and Macoupin County in Illinois are on the same longitudinal plane.
Well, how about that? I don't know if you were right, but that's the first time you've given me some type of scientific explanation that I'm going to believe you on.
Have you ever heard Kent Earhart talk about the cone of uncertainty and the tornado warnings?
No.
Yeah, he talks about the cone of uncertainty. I feel like that's where we live.
Yeah. I think that's more, don't they use that more for hurricanes?
No.
The cone of uncertainty?
No,
well,
the cone of uncertainty is definitely like Gasconade and Macoupin. They're in that cone a lot.
I really believe that to show true love to someone, you need to get as excited as the weather people get about weather. Like, I mean, you brought up Ken Earhart's name.
Yeah.
Of course I know him because whenever there's a storm, that man can do cartwheels. He's so excited.
Yeah.
Look over here.
Well,
Blah,
I mean,
blah,
that's
blah.
that's a big game.
That's
It's a
their
game
Super
7
Bowl.
every time that happens.
Yeah.
You think?
John is watching on Facebook
Poor guy.
and says, "Hey, I'm in Macoupin County. We are directly above Madison County in Illinois.
Yep.
I'm 30 miles from North County, 40 from downtown. It's not Mars.
That's correct.
It's not
Is
that
he
far
sa-
away."
Ask him if he's safe. Is he taking shelter because there may be a
Well, I think
tornado coming?
there's a very good chance there's a tornado there now.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's Friday, so every day that ends in Y is a good day for a tornado in Macoupin and Gasconade counties.
What are they
Here's to
doing?
the Macoupinites out there. And
Is that what you would call a
thank you
person
for-
from Macoupin
I think it's
County?
Macoupinians.
And I'm just glad they're listening right now.
What do you call somebody from St. Charles? St. Charlesan?
Yes.
Where did you get, and what did you call a Macoupin County person? A Macoupinite?
Yeah, Macoupinite.
That sounds like a termite. Why would you go with the "ite" rather than
Well, but "ite"
Macoupin?
is often used as a point of reference to a group of things.
Well, we
How
have
do
learned.
you come up with what if somebody's going to be an Iowan
Yeah.
or
I think it's whatever flows more naturally, like Gasconators.
has to be a Gasconator. You
I-
couldn't be a Gasconite.
No, it'd be a Gasconadian.
Gas Canadian sounds way
It would
better.
be,
That is correct.
Yeah, you're a Gasconadian.
Well done, John.
Yep.
Hey, as we go to break, a texter here says Pike. You also want to watch out for Pike
Yeah,
County.
Pike County.
Pike has a lot of tornadoes
my
in Pike
gosh.
County.
Sam Leake was from Pike County.
Who?
Sam Leake. He was a state rep from up there.
Oh.
Barber by trade.
Oh, yeah.
Became
Bob Dole was from Russell, Kansas.
became Speaker of the House at one point. Did Sam Leake?
He did?
Yeah,
Sam
buddy.
Leake?
I don't remember that. Was that after Bob Griffin?
Yeah.
When so Bob Griffin goes to jail and Sam Leake comes in?
I don't think he was directly next, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I
You know,
don't
I'm often
remember.
wrong,
I
but
don't
never in
remember
doubt.
Sam Leake ever being. I remember Steve
What was
Gall.
his
I
slogan?
remember
Jim
Jim
Kreider.
Kreider. I don't remember Sam Leake ever being the. Ooh, we may have to go to the research department and see if Hancock is historically correct.
I'm gonna look that up myself.
Sam Leake.
Hancock and Kelly with us on a Friday, and we are just getting started. And very soon, less than 2 months from now, you can get started with FanDuel. That is America's #1 sports book, and it's coming to Missouri December 1st. You'll be able to bet on all your teams, all your favorite sports, and you will have college and professional football going on at the time, basketball and hockey. A great time to get in with FanDuel, and tons of ways to get in on the action. You can bet the team totals, you can bet the money line or the spread, or if you think you know who might be the coach of the year, for example, you can bet on that at the start of the season or at any point during the season. And there is live betting. So while the game is going on, you can pick what player you think will score the next touchdown and the one after that. So live betting is so much fun. It's great to do that while the game is going on, trying to predict what's going to happen next. So what you can do right now is you can download the FanDuel app. If you live in the state of Missouri, you can get familiar with it. For now, the app, again, is going to be live to use December 1st. It is a great time of year for this. It is coming up. It is time for you to see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
From Cardinals Nation to Chiefs Kingdom, from the zoo to Enterprise Center, St. Louis turns to the Gas House Gang for the biggest stories in sports.
The Gas House Gang on KMOX.
It's must-listen radio at noon, hosted by Tom Ackerman, Chris Ranchi, Mike Claiborne, and Bernie Nicholas. 4 of the most informed and trusted voices in St. Louis sports. The Gas House Gang, weekdays at noon on 104.1 FM and 11:20 AM. KMOX.
Hi, I'm Nancy Cartwright. You may know me better as the voice of Bart Simpson. On Simpsons Declassified, we're diving into the mysteries that keep the Simpsons forever young. Have you ever wondered how the Simpsons regularly predicts future events? Who better to ask than the show's creators, performers, and writers, the celebrity guests? Be sure to follow and listen to Simpsons Declassified wherever you get your podcasts.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Since we have lawyers in all 50 states, I see and hear lots of lawyer ads. It seems that most are bragging on what they got their clients. But be careful. If you heard that someone sold their car for $500,000, you would be impressed. But if you later learned that it was a rare $10 million Ferrari, would you say that person got screwed? And that's before you even know if it's true. Who is fact checking? And how much went to medical bills and lawyers' fees? If you want to get an idea what your case may be really worth, visit forthepeople.com and go to settlements and verdicts. You will see what a law firm like ours is capable of. And fact check for yourself. All that glitters is not gold. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason. We won big, a lot. At Morgan & Morgan, we represent consumers. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Rally House, shop every team in town. College and pro, come on, it's time to go.
Mizzou fans, don't miss out. Rally House Chesterfield is hosting Kevin Coleman Jr. Friday, October 3rd from 4 to 5 p.m.
Cardinals, Blues, Missouri State, Tigers, Billikens, don't be late. Rally House, Rally House. It's your city, it's your house, it's a Rally House.
Level up your fandom in-store or online at rallyhouse.com.
KMOX is everywhere. 1120 AM. Streaming live on the Odyssey app. And now at 104.1 FM.
Chris Ranji, Amy Mark scores alongside John Hancock and Michael Kelly, whom is irritated. Michael Kelly is irritated.
What about?
With Matt Pajeski and the way he drinks his coffee.
Okay.
What's the problem?
So the man has, you know what a water glass is at your house. You pull it out, the glass,
No,
water
please
glass.
tell us more.
And you put
Like
ice
clear,
in it. And
like
you
a
put
clear
clear
glass.
water glass.
Yeah.
He drinks his coffee out of a clear water glass.
Hot coffee?
Hot coffee.
Out of a clear water glass.
Right. That is weird.
No,
Is it?
No, it's
Kind
not.
of psychopathic.
That is super weird. You think
There's
drinking
something
coffee
strange
out
about
of a
it.
white or out of a clear water glass is normal?
Yes.
What do you
John.
drink yours out of?
I've got a coffee cup at home.
Called Hancock and Kelly cup.
No,
Oh.
it says Pawpaw, established 2022, and it's glass.
It's a clear glass
It's
mug.
a clear glass mug.
So I have, you know what? We just acquired
We did.
a couple of those. I forgot where from.
We did from Fuddle Duddle Coffee and the Old Bakery Brewery.
Okay, that's
Old
so we
Brewery
got.
Bakery.
I like drinking
One
out of
of
the
those.
glass see-through coffee
Really
mug.
good. Now that
but I
I
have
love.
never had one.
So you got your fiddle faddle thing, and it's no
No,
different.
but it's a
in-
mug.
Yes,
It's a mug. It's a
It's
mug
a
mug.
tempered glass, I would imagine.
Yes, and it's a
It's a little
mug.
thicker. It's thicker
Yes,
than
thick,
normal.
and it has a handle.
Yes, it's not a water glass that you just go over and put coffee in
Hot
and walk
coffee.
around.
Yeah, I love hot coffee.
Doesn't it
I know-
hurt your hand? Doesn't the heat come through the glass?
Nah, I can stick it. I
So
guess
here's
people can't.
what Matt does is he drinks a shot glass size of coffee, and
It's
it's not
tiny.
espresso. It's like
It's coffee.
it's coffee, like
Well,
regular coffee.
I don't like coffee.
But he puts that.
Okay.
He puts
But he
that.
puts a lot of something in there because that coffee was the color of
A
cardboard.
lot of that creamer, that oily creamer
Oh,
stuff.
man,
the coffee
and
makes
that's probably going
That's
to kill
gonna
you.
go right through you.
That's probably going to kill you.
Tell them about the healthy
Uh,
stuff, John.
What you do is you put a little half and half in there.
Yep.
Oh, I love half and
I
half.
love half and half.
Half and half is great.
What is it?
Well, it's half of the the milk, and it's
Like
half
cream.
of the.
It's just fat, right?
It's half and half.
Well, half
no,
and
it's,
half
it's
doesn't
it's
taste
a
like,
dairy product. Michael.
What about do they make half and half that tastes like pumpkin spice
No, they don't.
or
No, half and
basil
half is half
nuts?
and half.
It's just
half
milk.
and half? That's all it is.
Yeah.
Do you like when you drink out of a glass cup your coffee? Do you
Yes.
flavor it too?
I flavor it with the creamer.
That's the creamer.
How
The
many
oily.
words have a silent L in them, Ron?
How many words?
It can't be that many.
What do you mean?
Well, like a half. You know, where's the L?
It's half.
It's a silent L.
Calf.
Calf.
A baby cow is a calf.
Calf is
Calf.
another one.
Yeah.
A silent L. You don't think about the silent L very often.
No, you
Golf,
really don't.
but the
You know,
L
but
is a
there
part
it
of
is, just
Elf.
screaming out
Did you
at you.
say elf?
No, golf. But you can hear the L in golf.
Of course you
Well,
can.
yeah, of course. Yeah, you pronounce that one.
'Cause most of your L's are pronounced out there, but every now and then you get one. You know,
But
comes
isn't
along.
it interesting? Calf, you don't use the L. Golf, same amount of words.
Right.
Letters, you use the
That's
L.
why it's so hard to speak in this country.
No worries.
I mean,
no
we've
kidding.
got all kinds of these different rules going. I remember my poor father couldn't say TH, and
There's
and so his THs would all come out as Fs, you know. And so when he was in school, they had to teach him. I had to laugh to see a calf, walk a mile and a half to take a bath, and
What did
that
he
was
say?
his little. He said, "I had to laugh to see the calf, walk a mile and a half to take a bath."
Wow.
Is what he said.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a Norm Macdonald joke where he says, you know, people always say English is the most difficult language. I think it's the easiest because he knows it.
Well, right.
That's the joke. That's a
I get
perfect
it.
Norm
Well,
Macdonald
that
joke.
is the joke from the man, not Rookie of the Year, but the other movie where they said, "Man, kids are smart in Mexico. They've
Oh,
got
no,
kids,
no, no. It's Little Big League.
Little Big League." He's like, "They've got kids 3 years old speaking Spanish, and that's a hard language." He goes, "They speak Spanish in Mexico." He goes, "I know, that's my point."
Such a great line.
Having just traveled to Europe, you do feel like
Oh.
a dumb American with the way that literally the rest of the world,
Michael.
they know we can't speak
Yes.
any other language.
We are
Everybody speaks English.
If I could, I've a couple of political platforms. One would be to save malls. Another one would be to cut down all the sweet gumball trees. And another one would be Americans have to learn at least one other language, and it starts in kindergarten, K through 12, intense language learning. My friend Flavio, remember Flavio?
Right. Flavio.
Oh, Flavio, Swiss. His 3-year-old daughter spoke English, Spanish, Swiss German, English, Spanish, Swiss German, and then she knew a little bit of French, but he didn't want her speaking French. So he's like, "You're not going to learn French." But yeah, she speaks 3 languages.
Well, she sounds like a robot. I'm not suggesting people have to know 3 languages.
Well, because the mom from Argentina, Argentina by way of Spain, and so she spoke Spanish. Flavio only spoke Swiss German, and the teachers spoke English. So his daughter and now his son, but they're fluent now. Now that they're like 8 and 10 years
Mhm.
old, they're fluent in 3 languages. I feel like an idiot.
I had a lady come up to me when I was in Greece who assumed I wasn't an American and started speaking another language to me. And immediately I was like, "I don't know what you're saying." She goes, "Oh, America, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "What language are you speaking?" She's Danish. I thought you were a Dane. I didn't know that the Danish spoke a different word.
You'd be Michael the Dane. That's like those old king names.
I could see the Dane. I
Yeah.
could see you looking at that guy and thinking he's a Dane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a dang good guy.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Come on,
This
that was
is-
right up your old man joke.
Buddy, I would never
Uh,
stoop to such whatever that was.
Did you guys have fun in Branson?
You did.
We did.
I told Michael a joke on the way down there.
Tell it.
Okay.
No,
Can you
don't.
tell it?
Of
Well,
course
you
I
don't
can.
tell
It's a
dirty
Hancock
jokes.
joke.
You know, this
Gonna end with it.
young lady, very attractive young lady, blonde, and extremely attractive, and so she's talking to her girlfriend one night, and she says, "You know what really
Grinds my gears."
makes me angry?" She said, "What?" She said, "Every guy assumes that I'm stupid just because I'm so, amazingly good looking." And and I can't stand it. They just, I don't know what to do. She says, her friend says, "You got to become a subject matter expert." She said, "What's that?" She said, "Well, learn something about something, and that's, you can work into a conversation. Everybody's got relatives and friends that live all over the place. Become a subject matter expert about states. You can relate to them. Say, oh, I've got a cousin in, Maine." So that's a great idea. So, man, she hits the books, she's studying. About 3 weeks later, she's at a party. Guy comes up, starts flirting with her, and she's aggravated. She looks at him and she says, "I know your type," she says. "You think I'm stupid just because I'm blonde and extremely attractive." And he said, no, she said, I know your type. It happens to me all the time. Let me tell you something. Ask me about a state, any state, and I'll tell you. You guys, okay. What's the capital of Washington? W.
John.
Well done, Peggy.
John.
What did you do in the car, Michael?
He laughed.
Wow.
I laugh. I mean, look, it's 4 hours with your pal, and sometimes you have some lulls. And John clearly likes dad jokes, and that was a good one.
4 hours. Well, 3 hours after that joke.
Yeah.
That was a Norm Macdonald joke. Just dragged it on and on.
That was a fine joke.
It wasn't bad.
No, but John does have good jokes. I had a guy say to me, I emceed an event the other night, and I stole a bunch of John's jokes like that you would tell. Guy walks up to me afterwards, and he goes, I've heard every one of those jokes. I was in a meeting last year where John was the MC, and he said the same ones. I was like, all right, then. Thanks, dude.
Oh, John. Oh, boy. Hancock and Kelly.
Yet?
No, come on. We got another half hour.
Steve said that you were staying for 2 hours today.
Hey, now.
What?
2 hours today.
Yeah.
Steve who?
2 hours of Hancock and Kelly.
Yes.
Yes.
On the Chris and Amy show on KMOX.
Hey, this is Charlie Brennan, along with Dr. Colleen Bosler and Dr. Adam Voss at the Audiology Center. When was the last time you really enjoyed a conversation without straining to hear?
Charlie, so many people think hearing aids just make things louder.
But that's old technology. Today's hearing aids do so much more.
Exactly. With the dual chip technology, our hearing aids actually separate the speech from the background noise.
Which means at a noisy restaurant, you'll hear your friends and family, not the clinking dishes.
And the best part, your brain doesn't have to work overtime trying to fill in the blanks.
So that keeps your mind sharp, your conversations easy, and your relationships stronger.
Because hearing well isn't just about sound, it's about staying connected.
Thanks, Doctor. Call the Audiology Center today to schedule your annual hearing evaluation. Don't miss another moment. Call 636-441-7470 or visit theaudiologycenterstl.com.
KMOX proudly supports the Musial Awards, returning to Stiefel Theater Saturday, November 22nd. You can be in the audience for this nationally televised event, hosted right here in St. Louis. Named for Stan the Man, the show celebrates the year's greatest moments of sportsmanship and those who embody class and character. Experience the extraordinary moments and people that make the Musial Awards an event like no other. For more information, KMOX.com/events.
Now, KMOX weather from the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk.
Currently at 74 degrees. Bad news, it's going to be hot again. And there are also high levels of ozone. Never seen that before. Air quality alert. High levels of ozone. A high today of 90. Tonight, clear, a low of 61.
Brought to you by Duke's Mayonnaise.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about the best mayo. Has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So my sandwich shop was opening in a week, and I needed signage.
A week is plenty of time to panic.
I went to Staples. They printed banners, posters, and flyers to promote my grand opening.
All in time for your grand closing.
Nope, I had it same day. I even got $125 off my order.
Hold the onions. For all your business printing, Staples.
That was easy.
Now save up to $125 on custom print orders. In-store and online, same day if ordered by 12 p.m. Into 11/1. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
We've been here 30 years.
30 Christmases in this house, and we have the traditions that most families have.
That's Terry talking about her experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We did Rhino Shield 14 years ago, and the house still looks the same as the first day. Rhino Shield really worked with me to help me get just the right, nice, soft yellow, and it's 14 years later, and it's the same color.
The main reason Terry called Rhino Shield is because it's backed by its 25-year transferable warranty.
It just sounded wonderful that we could have the house coated with Rhino Shield and not have to worry about it again for 25 years.
Take it from Terry. Give Rhino Shield a call now for a free evaluation. 877-25-RHINO. 877-25-RHINO. Or visit 877-25rhino.com.
There have been neighbors that have come by and said, "Did you just have your house painted?" Because they wanted to know who the contractor was. And I said, "No, it's actually Rhino Shield."
877-25rhino.com.
Fridays mean football. From the zoo to the NFL, we've got your weekend covered.
On three, ready?
It's Friday football on KMOX.
Hancock and Kelly are with us. It's Friday morning, and we're with you till 12 o'clock, but the boys here with us until 10.
Yep.
On the Chris and Amy show.
Then we got to go.
Yeah, you got to go.
Where are
You
you
got
going?
places to be. They don't have anywhere to be,
We
really.
got stuff to do, man.
They have stuff they want to do, but nothing they have to do.
Is that true?
That's what it is.
John, are we going for a run this afternoon? Or
Yeah,
did we,
well, I was thinking about it, maybe just doing some squats. But,
all right.
you know.
Doing some squats or
You
doing
guys squat
squats? Which
together?
one is it?
Well, you got to do the squat. You know, they tell you that's good for your health,
It
Ron,
is.
when
Yeah,
you,
it's good for you.
get down there. And you know, my car that I'm driving now is so low to the street. And so getting out of that sucker is a real,
Did you get a low rider?
yes. And and you could only put one leg out there, when you're getting out of the car. So I got to pull all of this up on that one leg. That's
So
not easily
You're
done.
basically doing a pistol squat every time you get in and out of the
Every
car.
single time I get out of the car.
Wow.
And it hurts.
A what kind of squat?
A pistol squat.
Yeah,
I've
buddy.
never heard of
That's
it.
a one-legged squat.
Yeah, you like stick one leg straight out,
Uh-huh.
Yep.
and then you do a full squat on one leg and back up.
Yep. That's what
I
I
will
do.
literally give you $1 million if you can do that right
I
now.
do it every time I get out of the car.
Do it right now, and you can quit working for the rest of your life.
Well, I got a bad knee. I might give it a
But
shot
you can
during
pick
the
the
break.
leg. You can do either leg.
Well,
Oh yeah, you can have it whatever
well,
leg you want.
I'm left-legged, so it would have to be on my left leg.
So you would give him $1 million.
He's not
If he
gonna
did
give
it
me-
right this minute, yes. He could
Wow.
not do a pistol squat. I
This
couldn't
is
do a pistol squat.
unbelievable.
I think there's only one person in this room that could accomplish a pistol squat.
I think it's Matthew.
I think it's Amy.
I don't think
It's
I can
gonna
do
be
it.
you, Amy. Come on.
I don't really squat.
In my
But
dress
it
shoes?
doesn't
Come on.
count, though. I mean, if you're gonna lift, you got to have some actual weight that you're lifting. I mean, it doesn't count for her.
We show up at the
I got-
I
hotel.
could do a pistol squat if I weighed 7 pounds.
I mean, yes, I certainly could.
We show up at the hotel in Branson and walk in together. And the lady says, "Are you here to check in?" John says, "Yes." She goes, "What's your last name?" He says, "Hancock." And she goes, "Are you both staying in the same room?" And he, "Heck no," he says. I mean, I never seen a guy. You could have done a pistol swat then. You were worried they were going to put us in the same room
They're not
together.
going to put us in the same room.
You guys ever stayed in the same hotel room?
No.
Really?
You haven't?
You'd have been great. You'd
We're
be great
grown
roommates.
men.
You'd be
What are we
great
going to
roommates.
do together in a hotel room together?
Sometimes grown people have to share a room and a bed.
True.
Yeah, but we're not doing that. We've made a decision that we shall always sleep in separate areas.
Well, and you never know what's going on next door. So,
Ew.
But I tell you right now, the guy, he showed up. God love him. Even for a 24-hour getaway, he had 2 bags full of stuff for him.
He
Oh
did
yeah.
not.
well, I have a briefcase in an overnight bag.
A
But
briefcase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did you bring the briefcase? Were you going to do some work?
Yes, I have to send out my everyday email.
Ah, that's right.
Briefcase.
Yeah,
Why
so
did
he
you-
brought his
laptop.
computer and
Oh.
he sends out an email once a day. It makes some
You should
sense.
get a backpack.
Well, that's what normal people travel with. Listen, I took this guy to Florida once, and he brought 2. You couldn't have taken this much furniture or clothing on the Titanic. The amount of stuff he brought down to Florida to spend 4 or 5 days with
And
me.
did I ever need anything?
No. And the first thing he says is, "Do you have a shoehorn?" I was like, "A shoehorn?"
That's why I forgot to pack my shoehorn.
I was like, a shoehorn? How old are you that you need a shoehorn?
Well,
I mean, he goes, don't you have a shoehorn?
For dress shoes?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I,
'Cause
mean,
you don't
I
wanna
get
bend
that.
the back of
Yeah,
them.
I get that. Yeah.
You said
Yeah.
you do have
I got
the 3 foot long.
Yeah, the long
shoehorn.
one. So you don't have to bend down.
I
Yeah.
do. I didn't even know they existed.
Yeah.
And my father-in-law lives with us now. So he's the king of the 3 foot shoe. I mean,
does he really have a shoehorn that goes?
Buddy, it's amazing.
Why
this
don't you
thing.
get him those Skechers that you can
Did
slip
it
your
change your
feet into?
Oh, or the Hey Dude shoes?
Or the
You should get
Hey
those.
Dudes.
Did you did that 3 foot?
Hey
It changed your
Dude.
life?
It's magnificent.
Yeah.
Because you gotta get down there pretty far to put the shoes on.
That's right. You do.
So
Do you sit around and like sit in your chair and like use it as a sword?
no.
I need you to do this.
No, but it's a great invention. I mean, it's a great invention.
Have you ever had a sick bell?
Yes.
A sick bell.
Oh,
Like
when you
you're
need
sick.
something, you're in the other room and you're sick.
So
You
my
need something,
dad
and you ring
had-
the bell.
Yeah, my dad had surgery, and my mom is so sweet and like set up like a chair in the family room. This was a while ago. On a blanket and everything he would need. And she gave him a sick bell, and she's like, and if you need anything, ring this bell. I'll tell you what, she took that bell away from him and hit it 45 minutes into the day, probably.
Was it a dinger? Was it a dinger
No,
like
it
this?
was
a
it was
cowbell.
a
A cowbell.
but with the little handle.
Uh-huh.
Not the cowbell handle, but
Oh.
the long wooden stem handle.
Yeah.
And that sick bell, my dad has been sick since then.
No, it doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist
I
anymore.
would
It's
love
gone.
to see you ding that bell at Georgiana and see what happens.
Oh, buddy.
She
She's the
ain't
best.
dinging with no ding bell.
Oh,
She'd
no.
be
She,
like,
she is so good when I'm sick.
She'll come in there with a pillow.
That's why I
Put it right over your face.
Yeah, well, it'd pay off for her, I'll tell you that.
I know my dad would say that. He goes, it makes me uncomfortable that I'm worth more to you dead,
Dead
than alive,
than
yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
I think that's healthy, though. I think in that relationship, husband, wife, I think everyone has to find out what works for them, but that's probably good. It balances things
she
out.
had to
If
go
a
to a
man was
concert.
dinging a bell at you, you would be okay with that?
Oh,
If they're
no.
sick.
Yeah.
No, I would just say you're fine.
Yeah.
I'll come check on you. No, my mom takes very good care of him, but I guess he was probably maybe dinging the bell too much.
Well, of course, if you have a bell that you can ding it and people
If you
come
have a
take
bell,
care of
you're
you,
gonna
why
ding
not
it.
use it?
Yeah.
But I just couldn't imagine that I would
You
if I
would
give somebody a ding bell.
You don't
Like,
think you would give someone a ding bell?
No, I wouldn't.
I
give them
feel
a
like
ding
you
bell.
would.
I would be there like, what can I get you? What can I get you?
You know
but
what it is?
if I'm in the other room and you're dinging the bell, what
I think dinging the bell when you're sick is probably as close as we'll ever get to like what it feels like the power of being like a United States senator.
Hmm.
Once you get that ding bell, you realize why Nancy Pelosi isn't retiring.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, she's making a lot of money there too, though.
Yeah. And you don't even make money with having a bell that you ding. But I think it's the power, probably. Don't you think so?
I suppose. I mean,
if I dinged my bell, no one would hear it.
in McConnell's case, it could be that he just doesn't know where he
There's
is.
nobody there to hear it.
Nobody
No,
there to hear
well,
the bell.
you're sitting with 3 single folks who, if we ding bells at our house, who's going to listen to us? Nobody.
No one's
Neighbors.
gonna. Yeah, no one's gonna.
John, I don't want to bring this up again. I feel like I always bring up things I don't mean to bring up with you guys. Do you know much about chickens?
I know a lot about chickens.
Do you know how to sex a chicken?
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Well, you put them in the coop together.
No.
And,
Okay, he doesn't know.
I know that
and then
He doesn't know.
we listened to you yesterday. Didn't you talk about Jane Goodell watching the chicken lay an egg for
Yeah,
like
that's
6
how
hours?
she was like 5, and she was like wanted to learn all about animals.
The monkey lady, Jane Goodall.
she's
Jane
not the
Goodall,
monkey
yeah,
lady.
she's what a beautiful person.
Wasn't
huh?
she? Well, she's a
Yeah.
beautiful person inside and out.
Uh-huh.
I think like every time I saw her, I thought she is like the epitome of grace and,
And
beauty
class
and
and
intelligence
beauty, yeah.
and class.
Which is odd because you know how people over time start to look like their dog.
Uh-huh.
And so if you spend all your life with a bunch of monkeys,
I mean,
Well, you've never spent any time with a monkey, and you look like one because we all look like
Oh.
monkeys.
Oh, that's right.
They're the
Michael,
closest relatives we have.
Michael's uncomfortable with how much we all.
I do not
look
like the
monkeys.
fact that we have monkeys in cages because they are us.
they have mannerisms. You know, sometimes they have like real human
They have
mannerisms.
fingernails. They have eyes. They are us. They just haven't done that second part of the evolution thing yet.
I think dogs have mannerisms. Dogs have facial expressions.
But the calm demeanor that she would let those monkeys or apes or chimps, whatever she had around her, I don't know. And I'm with you, Chris. Who knows? They all
Yeah, monkeys
same,
are-
same. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
whatever.
but, you know, it's like
It doesn't matter.
right.
Oh, real quick, my mom has texted in with an update on the bell situation.
Okay.
She said my dad apparently was ringing the bell more frequently because he wanted to see if it would really work. Like,
Well, you
she
gotta
would
test it
actually
out.
come in.
You have to test it out.
Yeah, and I guess that's why, waiting for an update from her. But yeah, she said he was testing out the bell to see if it would really work if he kept ringing it. And I guess it worked, but it pushed it too far. And then she took away the bell.
Isn't this one of the major concerns? Because there are three of us are single here. Like,
We're going to die alone.
well, when I went and got my, what's that thing, the colonoscopy that they do?
Yeah, that's a big one.
You have to have somebody drive you
Yeah.
to the colonoscopy or they won't let you do it. Or if you had some ridiculous surgery tomorrow, who are you going to get to take care of you? And are they going to let you have a bell to ding it? Like, I think about that occasionally. Like, who would take care of me?
I was
if I needed
perfectly
the
fine
help?
to drive after my colonoscopy.
You
did
didn't
not.
drive.
No, but I was perfectly fine.
Well, I'm sure you thought you were okay, but
No,
you
I
were
was totally
goofy,
okay.
I'm sure.
No, I was goofy. Me? No, I could have driven.
Yeah,
I don't think you could have.
And the way I drive, you wouldn't have been able to tell any difference.
That's right.
Yep.
Well, Michael, you've got family, siblings.
I understand, but that's kind of weird, right? That you like, here you are all of a sudden going to call them up and be like, hey, I got to come stay with you for 2 weeks. And can I bring my bell? To
I
ding
think
my
it
bell?
depends on, the amount of care. But I don't think, like, them picking you up for a colonoscopy, that's normal.
Yeah.
You were with John at the hospital when he had to go to the hospital.
Yep.
Yeah, that was weird. That was, well,
What a
I
good
hope we
friend.
never live through that day again.
What a good friend you are.
Oh, buddy, when he called me and said I had a stroke, and I was like, what? And then I got there and he was talking. I said, well, I guess he's going to be okay. But fortunately, they got you that shot.
They got the shot.
Wow.
Did
I mean,
you
you were really lucky.
You ever ring that bell for Michael?
No, but he's the only one that would take my phone call.
There you go. So you did ring that bell.
Georgiana
Good
was
job,
in a
Michael.
movie.
My big fat Greek wedding.
Leave alone, I'm busy. It's the Chris and Amy show. We've got Hancock and Kelly for just a bit longer with us on this Friday on 104.1 FM KMOX.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Hey Dave, it's Tamara, the flavor temptress, and your good friend from Clementine's Ice Cream. I just wanted to say congratulations on 25 years. Not only are you the sexiest man in daytime radio, but you're probably the only man with the best looking feet. Here's to the next 25. Cheers to you, my friend.
House stealing. It's a nightmare that's real. It's the FBI's term for thieves stealing your home's title and draining your equity. Just one fake document filed with a recorder, and scammers can own your home on paper, drain your equity, and do it all without you even knowing. Imagine waking up to a foreclosure or eviction notice. Listen to former title thief Matt Cox.
What people don't realize is the ease in which this crime can happen. I can take the deed to your house and I can transfer that deed into my name. It's a great crime, and it's happening all the time.
So how can you stop the nightmare and protect yourself? Find out if you're already a victim now at HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code RADIO and get a 30-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, a title scan, and access to a title specialist, a $250 value. Don't wait. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now, promo code RADIO.
Hey guys, Glover here with my friends at Underdog Fantasy Sports app. I have been with and using Underdog now for several months. I was a bit sheepish about it because, as you guys know, if you listen to the show, I'm like the least techie guy you're going to meet. I don't understand apps very well. It is the easiest, most intuitive app I've ever seen. It is very simple. Whether it's MLS, NHL, MLB, NFL, you just find your favorite players and you just decide higher or lower on stats like goals scored or interceptions and things like that. You can win up to 5,000 times the amount you put down. You only have to put down $1. It is a ton of fun and really enhances my enjoyment of the game. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code Glover to score $100 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. Must be 18 and present in Missouri. If you're concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_HTML.
Hey guys, Kevin Wheeler here for FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, and FanDuel is coming to Missouri. So on December 1st, you'll finally be able to bet on all your favorite teams in all your favorite sports. And with FanDuel, there are just a ton of ways to get in on the action. You can bet on everything from the money line to over-unders to which team's going to win it all at the end of the season. And with live betting, you can make it more immediate. You can even pick which player is going to score the next touchdown, and then the one after that, and the one after that, and so on. And I can't tell you how excited I am because I love FanDuel. I've been with them since they launched their daily fantasy games, and I've been using the FanDuel Sportsbook for years now when I've been in states that allow me to play. Well, coming December 1st, Missouri is one of those states. Now you and I, we can experience FanDuel in the comfort of our own homes. So see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and older and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Chris Ronchi, Amy Marks Kors. The Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Text messages to the show at 314-436-7900. You can text us whenever you feel like it. And we have a message that says, were you aware that former president of Poland and Nobel Prize winner Lech Walesa, he was here last night?
No.
I would have
He was in
gone.
St. Louis.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know, but this is according to a text message we got, unless it's some sort of fake news. He is on a speaking tour. I do know that.
Literally one of my personal heroes in life, and had an opportunity to meet him one time. He's just a spectacular human, and I truly believe, based on what I know about him, that he's probably one of the main reasons that communism fell.
It certainly was certainly
Poland,
a big part of the story.
And Poland was one of the first to fall, and he had help from Pope John Paul II, who was Polish at the time.
The name of his movement?
Solidarity.
Very good.
And his story, boy, I'm surprised nobody's made it a movie yet because it is spectacular. I mean, this guy was working in a shipyards, got his butt beat a bunch of times because he just wanted a break, and eventually winds up toppling a whole country.
Wow.
Incredible story.
Marriott St. Louis Grand Majestic Ballroom on Wash Ave last night at 6 p.m.
To
I had no idea.
What group?
It was a speaker series.
It's, Well, it just says his grand lecture tour. It's his own
wow. Yeah.
an evening with president.
I
Yeah.
think he's touring the United States.
It's his U.S. and Canada
Yep.
grand lecture
Yep.
tour. How did we not know?
I never
Like,
heard of
if
it.
we
wish you
don't
could have
know
gotten him in
about it-
studio.
Never heard about it.
But don't you think it's got to be hard for other, like if we're in the news and we're getting
hadn't
all
heard
the
about-
press releases and we're trying to
Yeah,
keep up.
nobody promoted that to us.
No.
It's interesting.
Well, I mean,
And if you guys didn't, I mean, you guys are more plugged in than anyone else.
not only that, I mean, I would have gone to see this man last
Wow.
night, even if I was ill. Had I known he was in town, I'd have figured out a way to have bought a ticket. I mean, he's that impactful in our world.
Hey,
And-
go ahead.
No. And Pope John Paul II, both really played a role in helping
Yeah.
topple communism with Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
Your guy, Ronald
No
Reagan.
question.
Couldn't get elected in the Republican Party these days.
Be tough.
Yeah.
You know, who was our guy? Sorry, the Branson comedian.
Yakov Smirnoff.
Was he
Who
the
hung
one?
out here in the
Yes.
studio for 5 hours
And
after we had him on?
He
He
gave
hanging
some
around.
jokes to Ronald Reagan, and I think he's the one that gave the famous Ronald Reagan joke about a man in Soviet Russia wanting to buy a car. So he buys a car, and he said, okay, the car will be ready in 10 years. And the guy goes, okay, 10 years from today? Yeah, okay, morning or evening? And he goes, it's 10 years from now. Why does it matter? He said, because the plumber's coming in the morning.
That's the way it works over there.
Wow.
Yeah.
John has a relationship with Yakov Smirnoff.
Yeah. I've hired him a couple times.
You have?
Yeah.
You've paid Yakov Smirnoff.
I have, buddy,
Wow.
on 2 separate occasions.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he the most famous person you've paid?
Well, I did subscribe to the Rocket Method snooker class by Ronnie O'Sullivan.
No, that's
Wow,
not the
that's pretty
same.
good.
No, yeah.
That's pretty good.
You know,
I need to
you've
go
paid
back
some
and-
famous people.
I
in
need
your
to go
life.
back and
you paid
revisit.
Ronald McDonald.
Yeah.
You paid Yakov Smirnoff.
Yeah.
You had Margaret Thatcher. I guess you didn't have to pay her. Did
This
you?
was the best.
Wait, what?
So yeah, I'm the director of the Republican Party, the guy that's running the college Republicans. He says, yeah, we're bringing Margaret Thatcher in for a fundraiser. I said, Margaret Thatcher's doing a fundraiser? He said, yeah. Well, what it was she was coming to speak at St. Louis University, and she didn't know that it was a fundraiser. And so all these people are paying money to go meet Margaret Thatcher, and so they put us in a room in a big circle, and they said, Lady Thatcher's coming through here. And she goes around and shakes hands in the circle and takes pictures of everybody. And then I don't know how much money the college Republicans raised, but a fair amount.
Yeah.
There were some important people in there. And come to find out, Margaret Thatcher had no idea it was a political fundraiser. And so anyway, about a month later, they bring my photo. And it's me straight onto the camera. And the back of Margaret Thatcher's head is my photo. And she looks from the back remarkably like my Aunt Vanita. And that was it. That was it. So, yeah.
Did she find out that it was a fundraiser?
I think they did.
And
They were none too pleased.
Yeah, she
as
must have been
memory
pretty
serves.
upset. Yeah, I would not think she'd like that.
Really?
And I
Funny.
think somebody paid like a lot of money to have a cup of coffee with her or something. And she just sat down and had a cup of coffee. Yeah.
Oh,
Hilarious.
That's
that was nice of her, I guess.
Yeah.
You brought up Vanita's name a couple of times.
Anthony, well, she
Antonita.
lived at the, she owned the Shady Lane mobile home park there outside of Rolla.
Every time you say
that
her
the name
name,
of
I
it?
think of Vanita Park.
Yeah. She
Is it-
used to live near Vanita Park. She lived in Pagesdale.
Really?
Yeah. Aunt Vanita. She was a lovely lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Loved her.
That.
Drove a school bus, Aunt Vanita,
wow.
for the Normandy School District for many years.
So when you retire someday, could you see yourself being the guy that goes out and holds the stop sign for the school bus or the kids as they're going? I do too.
You would be
You know,
great.
I would do that too.
Let me tell you something. I got to do that when I was in 6th grade.
Yes, me too.
Oh,
Safety patrol.
oh my God. So the crosswalk right
Yes.
across the
With the
street from the
little,
building.
the little
I got the
orange-
little
yeah.
orange belt
Yeah.
and then the stop sign,
Yeah.
the power.
Oh, it was
Oh.
awesome, wasn't it?
Oh my God. It was
Safety patrol.
intoxicating.
Would you do
Wow.
it again in retirement?
Hell
Like,
yes.
It's that
Oh,
great,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. People are looking at their phones too much.
Well, that's why you
So-
got to be alert to be in
Yeah.
the safety patrol.
And the best was
Yeah.
when I got to do the crosswalk a block away from the school.
Oh, buddy.
There was 1 block away you could do this the crosswalk there.
Uh-huh.
And you felt like you were on vacation.
Yeah.
You were like on a road trip.
And
Yeah.
10 foot tall. Like, because you're walking
Oh.
out in front of cars and they're stopping.
Yeah.
Like, you got like superhuman powers.
It was amazing.
It
Yeah.
was. It was
You got to do it too?
safety patrol, buddy.
Oh, it was the best.
It's
You
my
got to
first
come
law
in a
enforcement.
little bit late to school because you were busy letting the kids
Ah,
cross the street.
not
then
like a 6th grader.
Which
stop.
got in
Oh,
the
my
way
gosh.
of, which
Sixth
got
grade
in the
was the
way of
best.
me doing the morning announcements over the intercom.
Oh, that's
got
right.
to do that in
Oh.
the 6th grade.
Yep, we
Pretty-
didn't get to do
You
that.
did, I thought you did the sports report.
That was in the class. I'm talking about this is on the
Wow.
intercom.
You
Did
did
you ever-
the announcements?
Morning announcements. Yes, sir.
Did you ever take the liberty like you did on the
I did not.
KWMU?
No. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Mm.
You never
Uh,
decided to say what you thought of the principal?
No, Mr. Poe. I wouldn't. No, Mr. Poe was tough. Loved him though.
Ed Poe?
Fielding A. Poe.
I know him.
Yeah,
He
my
used to
son.
belong to Fielding used to belong to the country club I worked at when I was
That's
a kid.
just. It's got to be a son.
He was an old dude. This guy was 95 years
Oh,
old
then that
back in the
probably
day.
was Mr. Poe.
Yeah.
Do you think you can have a name like Fielding A. Poe and not belong to a country club?
I don't know.
I don't know,
was
but it sounds like you ought to be writing a book.
he went
You
to
should have an
It does.
ascot.
He went
Did he
to
wear
s-
an ascot?
No. He's a great guy.
He's a
Great
working
guy.
dude.
Yeah, and his he went to high school with my mom, or with my dad and my uncle.
Wow.
Wow.
They knew him.
Did he know Aunt Vanita?
Oh, I'm sure he did. Yeah.
Everybody knew Aunt Vanita.
Yeah, Aunt Vanita was
We managed to
lady.
get through a
Saint
whole
of
day
the
without
Lord.
having to talk politics with him.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Well,
did
he talked
good.
a little bit.
Yeah,
At
we
the
talked
very
about
beginning.
Cori Bush.
Yeah.
How long is the government going to be shut down?
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2
I
weeks?
think we'll be through all the way through next week too.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Well,
don't
we
go
solved
to
that
the
problem.
arch. It's
Yeah, you
closed.
can't go to the arch right now. It's closed. So is the old courthouse.
Mm.
People are getting laid off. Boys, have a great afternoon,
Gonna
I
do
guess,
it.
or morning, whatever you're going to go do.
Gonna do it.
And see you soon.
Peace
John
and love.
Hancock, Michael Kelly. Hancock and Kelly with us on the Chris and Amy Show. Hour 2 is next. We will visit with Scott Jagow, who's roaming St. Louis and has 3 good things to tell us about next on KMOX.
Bernie Miklasz here for Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin comfort dealer. The Saliga family's been taking great care of St. Louis since 1927 and still have the best and most trustworthy customer service in town. Saliga can handle all of your heating and air conditioning needs for home or business. They offer free estimates and financing options, and they won't leave you hanging if there's an emergency. The Miklasz family's been calling on Saliga for more than 15 years, and we fully appreciate their knowledge, their class, and their integrity. Saliga's never tried to pressure us. They always take the time to discuss all the available options, including low-cost solutions. Saliga has saved us good money with their Priority Club maintenance program, which extends the life of our equipment. Members receive priority service and the peace of mind of knowing their home will be safe and comfortable during all 4 seasons. The Miklas family truly values Saliga Heating and Cooling, and you will too. For more information, call Saliga at 314-481-7333 or visit SaligaHeatingandCooling.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Mid-America's most trusted voice for news. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Dave, congratulations on your 25th anniversary from BioBalance Health, Dr. Sullivan, and me personally. You have single-handedly helped us reach hundreds of new patients, both men and women, over the past 15 years. Since 2010, BioBalance has been treating men and women over the age of 40 with testosterone pellets and preventative medicine. BioBalance Health was the first medical hormone pellet practice in St. Louis. Now we are the most successful. Dave has not only been our partner at BioBalance Health, but also our patient and great friend. Thanks, Dave.
What if you had a plan to build income outside your job? At Lifestyles Unlimited, you'll learn how people are investing in real estate to grow their income and make smarter financial choices one property at a time. Right now, join us for just $297. That's a savings of $443 off our real estate education program. Text RADIO to 88007. That's RADIO to 88007. Presented by Lifestyles Unlimited.
It is 10 o'clock. We have sunshine and 77 degrees in downtown St. Louis. I'm Debbie Monterey. Federal agents have conducted hundreds of immigration arrests in Chicago since last month, primarily through traffic stops and targeting day laborers and homes in predominantly Latino and immigrant neighborhoods. They also raided an apartment building the other night, busting down doors of mostly U.S. citizens who were detained for hours. City leaders and advocates in Chicago say they want more transparency from ICE. Here's Chicago Alderperson Andre Vasquez.
You got people with gauzes over their head because they've been wounded by federal agents. They barely get fed. We know this because they've called when they're lucky enough to make a call to let people know what's going on.
The Trump administration stands by its move to conduct immigration raids in cities across the country, and the protests are continuing today at an ICE processing facility in Broadview that's just outside Chicago.
We've been reminded protesters on a much smaller scale have been out here for years, but now have ramped up in the wake of an immigration crackdown in the Chicago area. New this week is that it's state police guarding the street. Dozens of state troopers in riot helmets and holding wooden batons, not federal agents, are lining the street to protect ICE vehicles coming in and out.
That's WBBM's Nancy Hardy. The National Guard members helping ICE with immigration crackdowns in St. Louis won't be getting paid because of the government shutdown. Senate Minority Leader Doug Beck of Afton says everybody knew the shutdown was coming, so Governor Kehoe's decision to deploy the Guard made no sense. Beck says the Guard members helping ICE did volunteer for the duty, but they expected to get paid for it. Cori Bush is back. She's announced her campaign for the 1st Congressional District, the seat she lost in the last primary to Wesley Bell. Bush says it isn't about politics as usual and says we can't afford to operate as such, that the 1st District needs a leader who doesn't just navigate a broken system but works to build a better one. Bush says families are being squeezed by rising costs, government abandonment, and anti-democratic attacks from Donald Trump and his billionaire allies. This will set up another primary challenge in August of 2020. 2026. The Business Desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com. A new poll finds most Americans agree with congressional Democrats that Obamacare tax credits should be extended. It's the main sticking point in the government shutdown. Here's CBS's Michael Wallace.
78% of adults surveyed by KFF say Congress should extend the tax credits for people who buy their own health insurance through the Affordable Care Act marketplace. 59% of Republicans support an extension, as do 57% of Republicans who say they align with the MAGA movement. Those tax credits are set to expire at the end of the year. If they do, the cost of ACA premiums could more than double.
The Congressional Budget Office estimates 4 million people will likely drop their insurance coverage if the tax credit is allowed to expire due to the high cost. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk.
A spotty thunderstorm over Metro East into the afternoon. Otherwise, it'll be hot this afternoon with sun and some clouds and a high about 90. Tonight will be clear with a low of 59 in the coolest suburbs, 66 downtown at the Arch. Sunny and very warm tomorrow, high 89. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk, I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Joe Lundberg on 104.1 FM KMOX.
It is sunny and 77 degrees downtown. I'm Debbie Monterey, KMOX News.
Brought to you by Eamon Gantner and Capriano, YourEstateMatters.com. My dad always said, no one gets out of this world alive. Hi, it's Margaret at Eamon Gantner and Capriano. Do you have a will? Eamon Gantner and Capriano, YourEstateMatters.com. The choice of an attorney is an important decision that should not be based solely on advertising.
The Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX and the free Odyssey app.
Hour 2 of the Chris and Amy Show, and it's this time on Fridays. Usually, unless something happens, we have to adjust. Usually, we talk to Scott Jagow from the KMOX newsroom. He roams St. Louis.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. This is totally normal. Last week, we
The
had
way
to...
you were setting it up is like usually, but not today.
Well, last week, we had to move things around a little bit.
Why?
I think we had a dignitary or something. Remember?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was a few minutes later than normal.
Was I here?
No.
Thought so.
I thought I was here last Friday.
Yeah, anyway.
We moved him around for something.
Yeah, we had somebody on to do...
It's really not that important.
I mean, yeah, it really
I
isn't.
think it's incredibly
Well,
important. We should
here's
spend the
the
rest
point.
of the show speculating.
The point is that Scott is available and he's flexible and he'll do whatever you need. That's what it's about.
That's a good way to put it.
Right. So
And
Scott Jagow's with us
is extra flexible
because he's got a sling off.
Because he's got a sling off.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm being very careful.
Really playing with fire with that.
I'm not playing with fire. It's
You're not
almost
supposed
6
to take it
weeks.
off till Monday.
Monday, Friday. Tell me what's the line there? I mean,
it's
several
days,
what's going to happen
man.
between now and Monday that's
Healing?
different. Well, it's still healing. When it's in the sling, and that's the other thing. When it's in the sling, it still moves around a lot.
Hmm.
It's not like it's just frozen in place, and it gets stiffer that way. So I'm being careful. I have my
Right.
sling right there. It's not like I don't have it with me.
Is that so in case the
I'm
doctor
just-
shows up, you can quickly
Yeah,
put it
yeah.
on?
Just in case he's listening, Doc. No.
What sort of trouble can you really get in with a doctor? People are afraid to tell their doctor things. Like, what are they going to do? Ground you?
Yeah, exactly.
They can't make you
have,
do anything.
Have any of you lied to your
Well-
dentist before?
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yes.
I had chipped
I do know that feeling though, going into a doctor or dentist where you're like sheepish.
Yes.
Like my lifestyle is
Listen,
not working for me right now, and I don't feel like telling you about it.
I right
So
before I
true.
moved
I've never not gone in sheepish.
right before I moved down here to St. Louis, I had chipped a tooth in the front. And it's just a little chip.
It was in
wasn't
a drunken stumble.
so it was no, it wasn't. There was beer involved, but it wasn't my fault. So I had I was at the bar with my friend. We were sitting on a bench, and he lifted his elbow up as I was drinking, and the beer bottle went into my tooth and a little bitty chip.
Oh.
It wasn't very big. So
Off
I'm
the
at
bottom part or the top part?
my two front top teeth. It was one of them.
Oh.
Yeah, like right here. So I go to the dentist, a few months after I moved down here, and he's like, "What happened there?" And I go, "Beer bottle." And he said, "You know what?" He said, "You know what? I appreciate that. Everybody would have lied about it."
Really?
I'm like, why? Why would you not just say beer bottle, chip my tooth? What's
That's
the big
funny.
deal?
That's funny. I bet
That's
they hear all
funny.
kinds of stories.
Yeah. Why would you lie to the dentist? What's he going to do to you?
Shame. I think they shame you.
I think I shame myself more than that, but I do find that to be a thing. And as I've gotten older, I've realized just tell the doctor the truth.
Yeah.
Because you don't, it
doesn't
doesn't
help
benefit you
at
to
all.
lie.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Okay, I tell the doctor the truth. I'm not a liar, but I'm incredibly apologetic. When I go to the eye doctor and they're like, "Can you read that bottom line?" I'm like, I'm so sorry. I can't. I just.
You apologize
Yes!
for not being
And
able
they're
to
like,
read
"That's
the
okay." And they're like, "What about this? Can you read this?" I'm like,
guys.
I'm so I'm like, maybe it's foggy, and I always do. I think it's foggy.
It's
because I'm like breathing on it. Like
That's called cataracts.
Foggy.
Why? I don't understand.
I always apologize for not being able to read the lines, as if like they're gonna lose a child or something. Like, no, you've got to save my kid. No, it's not. No one's. It's not a life or death.
All right. It's funny the behaviors that we have.
Yeah.
Like this, for
Yeah.
example. Something I did this week, and this is kind of thinking about three good things. So I went to this place in Soulard, actually, the Hi Hat.
Oh, I know the Hi Hat.
Okay.
Espresso martinis are their thing.
Yeah,
I'm not
like
into
$14 espresso.
I am not
espresso
into
martinis.
the espresso
Yeah,
martini.
me neither.
So I think they're actually really good. I don't order them, but like
It's too
like
much.
my brother will get
Way
them,
too
and it
much.
tastes like a dessert.
Yeah, it's way too much.
Yeah, that's what my story's about. Espresso martinis.
Is it
No,
really?
Is it?
Oh.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
So I walk in, and a buddy of mine is set to play piano.
Yeah.
I know. His name's Evan. He is a musical savant, and I'm not exaggerating. He has perfect pitch. He plays the ukulele, the guitar, the banjo, the piano, the harmonica, the harpsichord, the whatever the thing is that goes like this.
Accordion.
Thank you.
He plays the harpsichord.
squeeze box.
Wait, did you mean to say
Harpsichord.
harpsichord?
No, I meant accordion.
Okay.
Sorry. He probably plays that too.
Because
though.
the harpsichord is old school.
He's walking lurch
So-
into the room.
So he sits
18th
down.
Century savant.
I had never seen him play piano though. I've played open mics with him when he plays guitar and sings. He's got an incredible falsetto, but he sits down and he plays the blues on the piano, and I'm like, just my mouth is agape. He is unbelievably good. So after a couple of hours, I stayed there and listened to him. I listened to every song that he played, and it was beautiful. And he played all kinds of stuff, Billy Joel and all kinds of stuff, and he's singing. And I just have this feeling, and I walk up to him as he's finishing one of his last songs, and I said, "Evan, can I hug you?"
Oh.
And I
That
hugged
is
him.
Adorable.
I hugged him because I appreciated him so much in that moment. And it just got me thinking afterwards about physical contact with other human beings.
Yeah.
And, how we kind of stay away from that in a lot of ways. And maybe the pandemic is actually one primary reason we do less of it, handshaking and all that. And I get that. But I just felt this compulsion to go over to him and just give him a hug because he's a beautiful person. He's a very interesting person otherwise than musically, but his piano playing and singing is ridiculous. And I was like, this has improved my life the last 2 hours.
Are you normally kind of touchy feely? Is that how you
No.
express yourself?
I think he hurt his
I'm
arm.
not.
But
Probably hurt his arm.
Yeah, that's
over.
over hugging.
Yeah,
Over
too much hugging.
I hugged too hard.
My only weakness is
not
that
touchy.
I try too hard.
I'm not really touchy feel, especially
yeah.
not with acquaintances.
Only with strangers? That was the
Well,
implication.
Okay, yeah, not with strangers either. I mean, that was an
I'm
assumption.
super
That was
touchy-feely,
assumed.
but not with
Here
people
comes
I'm
grab
saying.
ass Scott. Damn it. No. Oh,
Yeah.
God, I better sit down.
I'm definitely not that way.
That's-
Which
What
is
do you
why
like
the
about
story
it?
is so good because I actually reached out to another human being and hugged him
Yeah.
because I appreciated him in that moment. And I'm just kind of
No, I
thinking
love it.
about
Do you think Evan?
physical contact, human contact, and what it does for our bodies and our
In
minds.
all seriousness,
Mhm.
and this is why I love what you do on the weekends. That it's appointment radio. People, it's worth like wake up, have your coffee, listen to Scott because you actually hit on some really profound points. But all joking aside, when it comes to physical touch, I believe this is true that newborn babies will die without human touch. Like you can't just like if they're born earlier and in like an incubator or something like that, they have to have human touch. And I'm sure there's some nurses listening or something, but it's something like that. You have to be able to have physical contact with
Yeah,
the
I think
baby
it's-
because it's critical to their ability to live human touch. I mean, it's very profound.
And then when they get older, it's about cooties. Who's got
Yeah.
the cooties? So,
And then then you don't,
Scott takes it back from being profound.
you're not too worried about the cooties, and you want to get back to the touch thing, right?
right.
Yeah, the older you get.
Yeah. He's always got to take
That's
it
right.
in that direction.
What do you mean? I'm not.
So
Look,
this is gonna sound, it's not creepy, and not a lot of people can't say this about coworkers, but Ranj will agree, and Ranj could probably demonstrate with you, Scott. Ranj is a good hugger.
fantastic hugger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I think we'll just.
he hugged Megan Lynch.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what did Megan say?
you're a good hugger.
One of the best huggers she's ever
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what she
And
said.
if you're thinking, wow,
It's a good
this
skill
sounds
set.
like
Yeah.
an
It's a good
HR
skill.
violation, it is. It's totally, this whole place is an HR violation, but it's,
No.
All right.
She gave me permission.
I don't.
She gave me permission.
she did. Well, who filmed it?
It's
I
on
think
tape?
I think Pajeski. Yeah, it's,
No,
it's-
it's
video?
There's evidence
That's
of
gotta
it.
Beth filmed
Yeah.
and posted on the KMOX News website.
That's right. She did. She did.
KMOX, very
So
friendly.
that, so is Hi Hat also part of roaming St. Louis?
It's not. I went to Webster Groves and
Love Webster Groves.
Frisco Ballroom, which is next to the Annex, which is next to Half Pint. They're all owned by the
Yeah,
same
okay.
couple. They're from Northern Michigan, and they wanted to kind of create something that was a little out of St. Louis. So the bar, I mean, if you've been there, Frisco, it's very
Yep.
woody and
Yep.
cozy and fireplacey. And they have pierogies. Not many
Oh,
places
yeah.
in St. Louis have those. And they have poutine. Do you like
Poutine.
poutine?
I've never actually had it.
Oh,
Do you like heartburn?
I
Because if you like
Love it.
heartburn, you're
Poutine
gonna
is
love
weird.
poutine.
like it's obviously it's a Canadian dish. Montreal is kind of the home of poutine. If you've been to Montreal, they actually have many different flavors of poutine. But the one that most people
Mhm.
get
The gravy
is
and
the
the
gravy.
curds or
But
whatever.
they have like pizza poutine up there.
Ew.
They got all kinds of wild stuff. Anyway, it's just not very common here. So those two things are on the menu. The pastries and the bakery and the coffee next door are very, very good. I haven't had the ice cream yet, but it's a cool spot. Frisco, the Annex, and Half Pint ice cream.
That's Old Orchard.
The old orchard, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I assume was an old apple orchard. That's what I was told.
Are
But
there other kinds of orchards?
sure, aren't there?
So why would you assume apple?
Because I was told that it was apple. But
I think
Frisco,
oranges grow in an orchard, don't they?
So I saw the movie last. Yeah, don't they? Orchard is a group of trees, right?
Yeah, right.
Uh,
That's what I
with
think. Yeah.
fruits.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Frisco was in the movie that I saw last night, which is the premiere of Soul on Fire.
Yep.
Obviously,
Yeah.
you guys
We
were
were
at the
there,
event.
Ronnie
We were
Cinema.
there.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it was, it was definitely a little Hallmarky, a little sentimental. I mean, I could definitely see it on Hallmark.
Yeah.
But I thought it was well done. William H. Macy nailed the Jack Buck role to a T. And I have a little side story on this. Stu McMillan covered when the movie was being filmed here. Stu went behind the scenes and got to be on the set.
Okay.
He was in the booth when they were shooting. They had a booth set up, a fake, booth
Like
for
a
the
broadcast
Cardinals,
booth?
broadcast
Yeah.
booth. And Stu was just standing there listening. And the director goes, "Can we figure out whether Jack Buck wore headphones or not?" And somebody goes, "Hey, there's a guy from KMOX right there. Why don't we ask him?" So they asked Stu, and he had the knowledge of it because he had seen images,
Yeah.
video, and stuff. He said, "No, Jack Buck did not wear headphones." So I saw the movie last night, and there's a scene, and Jack Buck's calling the game, and he's not wearing headphones. And I thought, that's Stu McMillan,
Stuart McMillan
That's awesome.
influenced Soul
Hollywood
on Fire.
consultant.
Wow.
What if he had
That's-
been wrong? And what if Jack Buck famously wore headphones?
It's
Well,
weird that
it
he
is-
said that because there's a giant photo in the lobby with Jack Buck and headphones.
Probably.
So no, that's interesting. We saw Stu was there last night.
He was.
Yeah.
He shut up. I mean, I was excited for him having that little tiny connection to the movie.
That's very cool.
And it's a really good story. I did not know that John O'Leary played the piano without any fingers.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know he lost his fingers in that whole situation.
Yeah.
In the movie, he has to have them removed.
Hmm.
And he plays piano. I mean, it's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a remarkable guy. We talked
He
to
is.
him a
You
couple of
talked to
weeks
him.
ago. Yeah,
I've talked to him before. Yeah, he's a special human being.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so is Jack Buck. I mean, that's what comes through the movie. Both of them, the connection they had. So I recommend going to see it. It opens in theaters nationwide next week. We'll see what the public thinks.
Yeah.
So what else you have for us, Scott, for Sunday?
Well, chat with Stu Mac. We talk about the movie a little bit because we both went and saw it. So we're doing that. And then I have obviously my roaming segment. And as I said, 3 good things. I'm thinking about human contact and maybe something with along those lines.
I love that because, again, COVID really did isolate us even more as we were already on a trajectory for increased isolation because of screen time and social media.
Mhm.
And I think it is so bad for humans not to see each other's faces, give each other's hugs, shake each other's hands. And it is exasperating the furtherance of dehumanizing people in our current political climate. I think there's so much to this. Human touch is really important.
One of my pet peeves is people on their phones all the time. I got to be honest. It drives me crazy. It's one of those things I just cannot. I don't even want to have if you are going to be on your phone the whole time you're sitting with me and instead of having a conversation, I'm probably just going to get up and leave because I don't appreciate it. And I'm not saying you can't use your phone, look at your phone, but it's especially if it's like a significant other or somebody close to you where, hey, we have a limited amount of time right now to do something together. Let's not be on our phones the whole time.
Scott Jagow, some people might need to have their phones in order to listen to you on Sunday morning with the Odyssey app.
I'm not saying,
so
that's not what he was saying.
You're just saying don't listen to you around you with the phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll hop off my soapbox right now.
Sunday morning,
6:30 to 9:30. Don't forget, I got Johnny Rabbit. I got Hancock and Kelly. I got Ackerman on sports. Loaded show.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Scott Jagow from the KMOX newsroom. Chris and Amy show continues after this on KMOX.
You've got a ton of equity in your home. You're sitting on a gold mine, and you could do so much with all that cash, like travel, invest it, or pay off debt, but you can't touch it unless you sell your home. But you really don't want to move. And besides, homes are sitting on the market for a long time these days. You're trapped, right? Well, not with TrueHold. With TrueHold, you can cash out your equity in as little as 30 days. And listen, you don't have to move. You can stay in the home you love as a renter. So that's TrueHold's Sell and Stay program. You cash out your entire home's value and stay put. TrueHold even covers property taxes, property insurance, and essential repairs. So imagine using that equity to travel, invest, or pay off debt and stay in your home. It's brilliant, especially in this slow market. You get an all-cash offer now by calling 1-855-300-9993. You can also visit TrueHold.com, the smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. That's TrueHold.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Hey guys, Kevin Wheeler here for FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. And FanDuel is coming to Missouri. So on December 1st, you'll finally be able to bet on all your favorite teams in all your favorite sports. And with FanDuel, there are just a ton of ways to get in on the action. You can bet on everything from the money line to over-unders to which team's going to win it all at the end of the season. And with live betting, you can make it more immediate. You can even pick which player is going to score the next touchdown, and then the one after that, and the one after that, and so on. And I can't tell you how excited I am because I love FanDuel. I've been with them since they launched their daily fantasy games, And I've been using the FanDuel Sportsbook for years now when I've been in states that allow me to play. Well, coming December 1st, Missouri is one of those states. Now you and I, we can experience FanDuel in the comfort of our own homes. So see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and older and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Glover here for my friends at Cantor Injury Law. Cantor is local, and we're here doing the work every day. We're right here in St. Louis, and we're ready to fight for you. CantorInjuryLaw.com or call 314-628-9999.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be solely based on advertisements.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6986. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6986. That's 800-575-6986. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
104.1 FM KMOX, the voice of St. Louis. Stronger than ever.
Chris, Ron, Jamie, Mark Scores with you. You can always watch us on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter. We stream the show. This is so cool. Patty is sitting at Camp for Coffee in Crested Butte, Colorado. And she writes in on Facebook, Amy, I'm sitting at Camp for Coffee in Crested Butte and thinking of you. I live in Denver and I listen to you and Chris on Odyssey every day.
See how easy it is to listen to the
Patty.
show on the Odyssey
And
app?
Crested Butte is remote. Crested Butte is difficult to get to. You know, a lot of people know Aspen is harder to get to because it's 5 hours, 6 hours from Denver. It's a long drive. And obviously in Aspen, a lot of the wealthy people there will just fly in or they have private jets. You know, Robert Kraft's got his home there. The most expensive home in America was just sold, I think, there. But Crested Butte, while it does have a lot of Texas millionaires with homes, Crested Butte is very different than Aspen. It is way more remote and rugged. And as we were talking to one of the locals, you have to be pretty hardy to live there. If you're a local, most of the locals work in the service industry. And it is not quick to get to a doctor. Most people drive about 30, 40 minutes to the grocery store once a week. You know, go to Walmart, get all your supplies, because in town, they have a little market, but, everything is priced way higher than normal. So if you want pet food, if you need anything like that, you need medication, you're going to have to drive a while to get it. But that's why it's so random that Patty is in Crested Butte and the little coffee shop, Rumors. It's a coffee shop and bookstore, Rumors, in Crested Butte. The woman who works at the bookstore went to Ladue High School. She's from St. Louis.
Wow.
Which is crazy. I mean, like I said, it's a pretty small town.
Well, how big is it? And are you sure it's not Crested Butte?
It's not.
I would really like for it to be Crested Butte because it's spelled Butte.
Yeah.
And I'm not very refined.
1,600 people.
1,600 people.
Yeah.
And there are a couple of St. Louisans who live there.
Yes, at least. Because, like I said, one went to Parkway Central. And actually, I think the woman who's been there for 40 years, just awesome. Her name was Kate. She works with Dolly's shuttle service. And just, an older woman who is so cool and independent, such a mountain woman. And her husband had died about 15 years ago. And she was the one who said, you kind of have to be hardy and you have to be okay with being alone, because once it snows, they're not plowing the streets and it's tough to get places. And, but she, I think, had some connection, I want to say, to Southern Illinois. But 1,600 people in this town.
Why is everybody trying to get away from St. Louis and go to the most remote places on earth? What is it?
It is a lot of St. Louisans in Colorado. When we hiked from Aspen to Crested Butte and we talked to the forest ranger who had the ranger outfit on, and his clicker, where he would
clicker.
Go every time he saw a hiker to see, he's like, I passed 84 people today.
I want a clicker and a gun when I'm a forest ranger.
I don't think he had
Park
a gun.
ranger.
He didn't have a gun.
Damn.
I don't think so, unless
Okay.
he was hiding it. Like one of those little sexy ones that you
Yeah,
tie
a little
to your
sexy
leg.
gun. Like it's inside your pants
Yeah,
at
like
the bottom?
on the thigh where
Yep.
you tie, and it's like 2 inches long, and you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
look,
yeah.
this is my little gun.
Yeah.
They won't kill someone, but they'll have to regroup.
That's right. That's exactly right.
They'll have to regroup. What was
Just
I gonna
enough time to get away.
Oh yeah, when we told him we were from St. Louis, he said there's a lot of Flatlanders out here today.
Hey, that's us. Flatlanders. Amy Marks Kors and Chris Ranji on KMOX. Hey, we're with you until 12 o'clock today. We have our no prize pick'em challenge at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And listener Jason won last week. It was the first week I had not beaten everybody. I have been beating everybody.
That's rude.
Like 3 straight weeks.
Kind of selfish though.
Well, I mean, sorry, I can't help being good. I had to take a loss at some point. So I did, and Jason won, so he returns. We have Chip Carey on the show today. Chip is our celebrity picker for our No Prize Pick'em Challenge at 11 o'clock. But coming up next, we're going to talk a little footy with Dale Schilly next on KMOX.
The Cardinals season may be over, but in St. Louis, sports never stop. The Chiefs are chasing another championship. Mizzou football is making noise, and the Blues are back on the ice. Every weekday at 5, Rush Hour Sports keeps you ahead of the game with news, traffic, weather, and the biggest stories in sports. Kevin Wheeler, Matt Pauley, and Bernie Nicholas. 3 trusted voices St. Louis fans count on. Rush Hour Sports, weekdays at 5 on KMOX.
Rally House, shop every team in town. College and pro, come on, it's time to go.
Mizzou fans, don't miss out. Rally House Chesterfield is hosting Kevin Coleman Jr. Friday, October 3rd from 4 to 5 p.m.
Cardinals, Blues, Missouri State, Tigers, Billikens, don't be late. Rally House, it's your city, it's your house, it's a Rally House.
Level up your fandom in-store or online at rallyhouse.com.
Now, KMOX weather from the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk.
Currently at 77 degrees. It's going to be hot today. Also, high levels of ozone is causing poor air quality. So if you are sensitive to that, you might want to be aware, not spend too much time outside. A high of 90 tonight, clear, and a low of 61.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. If you're a renter, make sure you're protected. Renter's insurance includes options that cover stolen property, personal injury, and living expenses if your place is damaged. Quote Renter's Insurance at progressive.com.
It's Tom Ackerman. Football season is here. It's in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action right here in Missouri. Playing on Underdog is easy. I love playing Underdog, just choosing which players will go higher or lower on stats, rushing yards, touchdowns, etc. You get your entries right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. So much fun to play, so easy to play during football season. All you have to do is download the Underdog app. It's on your phone. It's very simple. Sign up with promo code TOM. That's important. You'll score $100 in bonus funds or entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code TOM. Underdog, make plays, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Why do the national tax resolution firms need the tiny fine print at the bottom of all their TV ads? Hi, this is Lance Story with the Lance Story Law Firm. You don't hear fast-talking disclaimers in our ads because the claims we make are 100% transparent. The Lance Story Law Firm primarily primarily focuses on one thing, IRS problems. And we're regulated by the Bar Association, and we have a AAA rating with the Better Business Bureau. IRS issues are serious legal issues. The Lance Drury Law Firm has helped thousands of clients navigate the best resolution plans, and we tell you up front exactly how much it'll cost. Tax resolution law is all we do. So before you send money to some out-of-town, high-pressure salesperson, give us a call at the Lance Drury Law Firm, located right here in St. Louis. Call today to schedule your free consultation with me, 314-260-6120, or visit Lance, DRURYlaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed. That's right, weight loss seminar at the Marriott St. Louis West in St. Louis at 11 a.m. Registration 10:30 a.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Registration 1:30 p.m.
Sunday afternoon, the NFL is on KMOX. The Lions, the Bengals.
Siteman Cancer Center game time 2:45. Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer.
The Lions, the Bengals on 104.1 FM KMOX.
It's way over the end line, and it might be a metaphor for the performance tonight out over the end line, and that will end the game. City falls to Los Angeles Football Club. Final score 3-0.
Well, the City season is almost over. Game tomorrow in Austin at 7:30. They will play at home against Real Salt Lake. That'll be on the 18th, and that is it for City SC soccer in their third season.
Well, it's time to regroup.
It is, man. It is time to regroup.
I like regrouping. I like that phrase.
To regroup?
I think, you know how like the Blues they were calling it like a retool. They didn't know. And of course, now they're a competitive team. And even with the Cardinals, it's not a rebuild. I think teams should start using the word regroup.
Regrouping is a much nicer and more succinct way of saying, let's get our crap together.
Well,
that's what it is. And Dale Schilly, the Academy Director for City SC and analyst on Y98, that is our sister station. That's where you can hear the City SC games. Dale is with us on KMOX. Dale, have you regrouped?
We are regrouping, the three of us.
No, you personally.
It's been a bit. Yeah. We are regrouping, all three of us. So.
Oh, that's true.
Good to regroup.
Yeah, it
Good
is.
to regroup.
We're kind of a team, aren't we?
We are a team.
Yeah.
You better believe we're a team. Yeah, we're a good team.
Yeah, that's right.
But Dale, like all joking aside, it's not the season that City wanted, and I know they have another game left. But just looking ahead, I think a regrouping would be great. But you also said a couple of weeks ago that the way MLS is set up, you really can turn an organization around pretty quickly. It's not like the Pittsburgh Pirates where it's going to take a regime change and it might take years and years and years.
Yeah, no, 100%. So, who's regrouping? I mean, I think at this stage for the first team, we have to look at how do you restructure and reorganize the roster and the team. So leadership has to sort of regroup and make decisions on players and move guys along and bring new guys in. And that's part of being in a professional organization and having an MLS franchise. And it can turn around super quickly. I think we use Cincinnati as an example where one year they win the Wooden Spoon, win in quotes, the Wooden Spoon being the worst record in the league. And then the next year they're fighting for the playoffs. And the year after that, they're fighting for the best record in the league and trying to make it into the MLS Cup. So it can happen in a blink of an eye. It's the way the league was built. Parity was an important part of the structure of the league. And you can turn it around really quickly. You just have to make some really hard decisions on players and people that you like, and you like having them around. But you have to make tough decisions for the success of the program.
One of those big decisions is going to be if David Critchley is going to remain as the head coach for next year. What is the case for keeping him around?
I think he represents the organization extremely well. I think he's made strides with the team from a performance perspective. And I think he's helped rejuvenate a locker room. And that's a difficult thing to do. When you start in preseason, you try to establish how guys are going to behave and how they're going to interact, and that establishes your culture. Without having a preseason, having to come in mid-season where there was already, a culture or some way of behavior that was already in the locker room, that's a really tough thing to change and rejuvenate. You can change a little bit, but it often goes back to where it was. I think he's improved the culture of the group. You can see it by the way they're fighting through games and trying to hang in there. We'll leave the LAFC one off of that because they just put it to us the other night. But I think that's his case, is that the team's improved, kind of got back to where we were in terms of style of play. You can see a good energy from the players. They seem to be bought into what Dave is preaching. That would be his argument.
When you're looking at young developing players, maybe even in City 2, anybody standing out to you thinking, okay, well, they could make a difference next year?
Yeah, I think right off the bat, you have some guys that have been rostered into the first team and got first team contracts midway through the year, which is, a little bit unusual. So you look at Mackay Joyner, who's scored a goal with the first team. You have Brendan McSorley, who scored 2 goals and got an assist against Montreal. You have Haziel Orozco, who's got some starts a month or so ago as a center back and an outside back, and Seth Antwi, who has been really solid in training this week, who's a ball-winning, hard central midfield player. Those 4 guys are guys that have had moments and had some time with the first team, not just in training, but in the games, and have had some minutes and some solid minutes. McSorley's got a couple of starts now, and there's some other guys in the second team that are playing well as well, but their number hasn't been called, and all they can do is continue to work hard and try to make improvements and execute in the 2-team world and wait for their turn in the first team.
We are talking to Dale Schilly here on 104.1 FM KMOX. 2 more games left to go here, 1 on the road, 1 at home. I suppose. So what do you really look for here with 2 games left? It's not like you can, determine a whole lot with just 2 games, but what is it that you can be looking for?
Well, let's have some fun.
All right.
And let's enjoy upsetting their apple cart. So Austin is above the playoff line right now. Real Salt Lake is just below the playoff line, but both of them are expecting to make the playoff, or at least hoping to make the playoffs. Let's enjoy knocking them off and taking points away from them and making them squirm a little bit. Let's go out with a bang. Let's enjoy making it difficult on other teams, and we've had that 2-game run there with Montreal and San Jose. Let's see if we can put another 2-game run together, and that way Critch when he goes to make a case for himself, he can say we won 4 of the last 5 games.
Hey, Dale, earlier this week on Monday, Don Popovic, who started the Lufuse Soccer Club, he came to St. Louis in 1967 from Yugoslavia to play for the St. Louis Stars and played such a big role in centering St. Louis as a soccer hub in our country. He passed away, and I wanted to get your thoughts on Don, what he did, your relationship with him.
Yeah, our paths crossed late in his career when he was at Lufuse. I was over in Illinois running a club called Metro United, later on Scott Gallagher, Illinois. Our paths crossed in the youth soccer world. Always a fun guy to be around, really great soccer guy, loved the game, loved being around kids, had a good joke and a good laugh and a good giggle all the time. He was good to be around and contributed a lot. He grew the Lufuse program from nothing. I don't even remember if they started as other clubs and grew into one, or if he started it from scratch. But my gut tells me is that he started it from scratch. And now they have a beautiful complex, a couple hundred teams playing at the highest level on both the boys' side and the girls' side. And it's, work from guys like Don that allows you to create those moments and those opportunities for kids. And, Don is, he's missed. He hasn't been around the game here for a few years, at least the youth game. But he's missed just his contributions and the work that he's done. He's got he established a great legacy for all the kids here in St. Louis. And look, at the time, Scott Gallagher and Lou Fuse, or even before that, it was Bush Soccer Club, Lou Fuse, and Scott Gallagher were the three clubs that were battling. And without each other, I don't know that any of them would have reached the successes that they did. So Don was a huge contributor with the development of the youth game in this community.
Yeah, it's always been, at least in my lifetime, known as a very strong soccer community on both sides of the river. Is it still, Dale, and I know that we've talked a little bit about this before, is it still strong nationally the way it was when I was growing up?
100%. Still extremely strong. Just from a youth perspective, some of the best players, some of the best teams. We talked about what we are able to do here at St. Louis City, which is attract the local talent, which means that 90-some-odd%, currently 94% of our players are from St. Louis, and we compete on a national level against the top teams in the country. Not that when I say compete, I don't mean we're playing against. I mean we're battling with them. We lost in a national semifinal last year against the Philadelphia Union, who recruit nationally from coast to coast, where we try to nail down the borders 90 miles from St. Louis and try to compete against the top teams. The other way that you look at this as to why St. Louis is still such a hotbed is our 2 team. The other day, the City 2 team had a game at home against LAFC 2, and we had over 8,000 people at the game. Wow. If we go to any stadium to play in a 2-team game, there may be 50 to 100 people in the stands. But teams come in here and they'll see 5,000, 8,000. I think we've had 10,000 plus in the stands for games for the 2 team. And leadership from the other clubs can't believe it. They don't understand how we do it. But it's just that people love the game, and the club has done a really good job of finding a different niche for families to come to the 2-team games in Energizer Park.
Dale Schilly, we appreciate you. Go ahead and enjoy Texas. Have a good time there. Don't do anything, that'll get you arrested.
Even though
you'll
there's
regret.
a music festival going on, I will not.
There's a music festival?
Austin City Limits, music festival.
So good.
Are you going?
You should go.
No.
What?
No. No, I can't.
Why?
I can't. It's
Free will, baby. Free will.
You can do whatever you want.
We'll
Don't say you can't. You can do whatever you want.
That's true. Yeah, I'll wear a tie-dye shirt and moonwalk.
I bet you have lots of tie-dyed shirts.
You might be like a super closet hippie.
I think he is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Have you
Long
seen my haircut?
hair.
Well, yeah, that's what you're hiding it.
Yeah.
That's what the haircut is. That's a front.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
He keeps it.
All right, guys. I'll see you next week.
We outed him, and now he's getting out of here.
He is so over.
All right, Dale Schilly, we love you. Thank you.
All right, see you guys.
Dale Schilly is the Academy Director for City SC.
All right, guys, I gotta go.
And you can listen to him on the call with Joey Zanaboni on Y98. 7:30 is the kick against Austin tomorrow.
John Hancock, Dale Schilly. Everyone's like, hey, can we go now?
What do you think Chip Carey's going to say at 11?
Okay, I'm done.
All right, we'll be picking football games with Chip at 11 o'clock. The No Prize Pick'em. Did you see this, however, is next.
It's time for a $98 Furnace tune-up.
RhinoShield.com.
Rhino Shield is far superior to even the best traditional exterior house paint. Rhino Shield is 8 to 10 times thicker than paint and comes with a 25-year transferable warranty. Rhino Shield is the only ceramic coating company that has been chosen by Disney, This Old House, and 3 times on HGTV's Curb Appeal, where every episode is concentrated on unpainted brick, bonds and seals to stucco, wood, hardy, block, color lock, masonite, and more. No better product for those steel aluminum sided homes that have become, chalky and tired looking. We coat sloped and flat roofs to extend their lives too. After 15 years, we've got a great reputation and a superior product. As long as it's affordable, why wouldn't you do it? Before you make the costly mistake of painting with traditional paint, you'd be best served to call Rhino Shield today. We are the experts and our evaluations are free. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com. Tell them, ladies.
Don't paint, don't Rhino, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Red Kingdom is back at FanDuel Sports Network Live in Ballpark Village. See every game on the largest screen in town. Don't forget about the $25 buckets, $5 cocktails, and the best tailgate food around. Grab your friends along with Kingdom OX and huddle up for the games at the best watch party in town. If you can't make it, but don't want to miss it down, listen to the Chiefs on Kingdom OX or Kingdom OX on the Odyssey app. For more info, KingdomOX.com/events.
Last month, my business cash flow got tight. Sales were slow. Invoices were late. And payroll was coming fast. My business is everything, and people rely on me. I can't let them down. I applied online at lendseek.com and had business funding in 24 hours.
Business moves fast. Don't wait until it's too late. Whether it's lines of credit, term loans, working capital funding, or revenue-based financing, LendSeek is open for business. Apply now at lendseek.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Lifestyles Unlimited is a real estate education group that gives you the roadmap and resources to start building income through real estate. You'll learn practical strategies for using investment properties to create extra income and make informed decisions, one step at a time. Join today for just $297. That's a 60% savings off the regular price of our real estate education program. Text radio to 88007. That's RADIO to 88007. Presented by Lifestyles Unlimited.
Hey, it's Matt Pauley for i3 Broadband, the internet provider in the Pauley household. I think you'd love it if you had them as well. We've got the 2 gig package at our home, 2 gig upload, 2 gig download mirrored, and we're spending less money than we did with the cable company for lesser service. Plus, right now, they've got savings over $400 beyond their already low standard pricing. You got questions? They've got answers. Call 877-976-0711, and they've got people there who can answer all your questions, or head to their website, i3broadband.com.
You know, I once met a guy who said his retirement plan was winning the lottery. I said, buddy, that's not a strategy. That's a sitcom episode. I'm Gary Goldberg, and after 37 years in financial strategies, I can promise you this. Real planning works a whole lot better than lucky numbers. At Financial and Tax Strategies, I'll help you retire younger, richer, and with less anxiety. Tune in to Wealth and Wisdom with Gary Goldberg every Saturday morning at 7 here on KMOX.
Baseball is all about stepping up to the plate when it matters most. And when you've been injured, you need a heavy hitter in your corner. At Morgan & Morgan, we don't back down. We fight to get you every dollar you deserve. No curveballs, no strikeouts, just results. That's why we've recovered over $25 billion for our clients and fight for them from offices nationwide. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, proud sponsor of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The Chris and Amy Show is video streaming now on KMOX's YouTube, X, and Facebook pages. Click and subscribe. Now, did you see this? With Chris and Amy.
A dirty dozen for Schlittler as Gonzalez is gone.
Ranj, did you see this? Cam Schlittler.
Careful.
I know. I'm so nervous.
You did it.
He began this season in Double-A. 6 months later, he is pitching in a New York Yankees winner-take-all postseason game in the biggest rivalry in baseball, and through what some are calling one of the best MLB postseason games ever, 12 strikeouts. He struck out the Red Sox 12 times.
Well, the game itself wasn't great. He was fantastic. He was really, really good in that game yesterday. So, 7 or 8 innings of work for him? Man, that's just good for
And he
him.
said
That's really cool.
Starting in triple digits, throwing over 100 miles an hour, and 100 pitches later, he was still hitting 98, 99. 100 pitches later.
Amazing. The
That's
division.
insane.
So it's all set now. The division series will begin tomorrow. The Brewers and Cubs play. That's the first game. It's a 1:00 game. And then at 3, the Yankees and Blue Jays, Dodgers and Phillies will then play at 5:30. And then the Tigers and Mariners at 7:30. So those are your final 8. Your Elite 8, Amy. I love the baseball playoffs.
I love baseball
It's a real
playoffs.
damn shame that it's 90 degrees here all weekend.
I know.
It's a lot. It's a
Well,
lot tougher to enjoy it.
They had the Cubs game on, the Cubs and Padres at Ronnie's Cinema.
Yep.
Where we were last night for the premiere of the movie Soul on Fire. We got to meet so many of you. Judith
Hey,
messages in on Facebook, said, sure, enjoyed meeting the 4 of you last night at Ronnie's. Thanks so much for the tickets. What a great show.
Yeah, Judith was fun. Everybody who came by was great. And, Jerry Kelly, heating, air conditioning, electrical, and in partnership with us, rented out that theater. And so there was we had a good screening there. The show, the actual movie, opens up next week. But we got to see have a little sneak preview of it last night, which was very, very cool. And so we appreciate Ronnie's Cinema for that, and Ronnie's Marcus Cinema, and Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical and Plumbing, and 100 Acts of Kindness, which we are doing for the entire year, Amy. And then you and I go back to being unkind.
We regress to the mean.
That's, my gosh, I love that so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Was that your idea?
Obviously. You know how I started eating steak more?
No. Famously, Amy started eating more steak.
I started eating more steak because I eat a lot of chicken and fish, but I started eating, like lean steak, like flank steak or skirt steak. I
Love skirt steak.
Oh my gosh, I love skirt
Let's go.
steak. Love it. The hanger steak at No Ordinary Rabbit in Botanical Heights.
Yeah.
Oh, I just go back and that's what I get. It's so good. Well, I picked a perfect time to eat steak. Do you know why? Beef prices are at a record high, highest they've been in, because the cattle inventory is at its lowest level in 70 years because of strong demand and drought. So the Bureau of Labor Statistics Consumer Price Index report for August showed a surge in beef prices over the past year. Ground beef up 12.8%.
Oh.
Beef roasts up 13.6%. And steak, my favorite, 16.6% higher year over year. Those inflation figures are way above the 3.2% year over year rise in all food categories. Maybe I'm the person that do
you think you've raised
single-handedly ate so much steak I raised the
because you're
prices?
consuming so much of it? You're not
Probably.
leaving enough for the rest of us?
Could be.
I don't know if you've seen this story. You like to visit a bar every now and then, Amy, right? You don't.
Yeah.
It's not like you.
I partake.
Yeah, you
I
partake a little
patronize.
bit. So
I patronize.
a story from VinePair asked several bartenders what their biggest red flags are when they go to a bar for themselves, a place that they may not want to patronize. Okay.
Okay.
So here's what they say: a lack of cleanliness and organization.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big red flag if you go to the bar and it doesn't seem organized. Large, overcomplicated menus.
Yeah, you don't want to like sushi and barbecue.
Dusty bottles and shelves.
Dusty bottles.
Dirty glassware. And also a tacky, sticky bar top.
Dude,
Have
places
you ever
that are
sat at a
tacky
bar
and
and it's
sticky.
sticky?
Woof.
By the way, here's a little tip for you. If you get a beer served to you at a bar and the inside of the glass is all bubbly up and down the glass on the inside.
Okay.
And I don't mean like bubbles rising to the top. I mean bubbles sticking to the side of the glass on the inside. You know what that means?
It's dirty.
Glass is dirty.
Gross.
Glass was not cleaned
Okay.
properly.
Did you learn that from Dick's?
Last resort?
Yeah.
Yes, I did learn it from there. That's right. So make sure that you go to a place with clean glasses. It is time, Amy. It is time for the No Prize Pick'em Challenge. When we come back, we're going to have listener Jason, who won last week, and our celebrity guest picker, Chip Carey, from the Cardinals broadcast on FanDuel Sports Network Midwest. Jason and Chip join us next on KMOX.
Hey guys, Kevin Wheeler here for FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, and FanDuel is coming to Missouri. So on December 1st, you'll finally be able to bet on all your favorite teams in all your favorite sports. And with FanDuel, there are just a ton of ways to get in on the action. You can bet on everything from the money line to over-unders to which team's going to win it all at the end of the season. And with live betting, you can make it more immediate. You can even pick which player is going to score the next touchdown, and then the one after that, and the one after that, and so on. And I can't tell you how excited I am because I love FanDuel. I've been with them since they launched their daily fantasy games, and I've been using the FanDuel Sportsbook for years now when I've been in states that allow me to play. Well, coming December 1st, Missouri is one of those states. Now you and I, we can experience FanDuel in the comfort of our own homes. So see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and older and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis, KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Bernie Miklasz here for Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin comfort dealer. The Saliga family's been taking great care of St. Louis since 1927 and still have the best and most trustworthy customer service in town. Saliga can handle all of your heating and air conditioning needs for home or business. They offer free estimates and financing options, and they won't leave you hanging if there's an emergency. The Miklasz family's been calling on Saliga for more than 15 years, and we fully appreciate their knowledge, their class, and their integrity. Saliga's never tried to pressure us. They always take the time to discuss all the available options, including low-cost solutions. Saliga has saved us good money with their Priority Club maintenance program, which extends the life of our equipment. Members receive priority service and the peace of mind in knowing their home will be safe and comfortable during all 4 seasons. The Miklasz family truly values Saliga Heating and Cooling, and you will too. For more information, call Saliga at 314-481-7333 or visit SaligaHeatingandCooling.com.
It is 11 o'clock and 81 degrees in downtown St. Louis. I'm Debbie Monterey. The government shutdown continues with President Trump threatening to use it as an opportunity to fire, not furlough, more federal employees. Scott Colbert, chief economist with Commerce Bank.
Now today, because of the government shutdown, we're not getting the most recent job report, which is somewhat ironic, right? But of course, we know that job growth in the country was probably close to zero for the last 3 months.
He says, fortunately, we haven't seen employers laying people off right now, which is a good thing. But for those without jobs, there aren't many options. Should members of Congress give up their paychecks for the duration of the government shutdown? Congresswoman Nikki Budzinski says yes. She is asking to give her paycheck back. KMOX asked Congressman Wesley Bell the same thing.
I think it's easy to get off on talking points, but how does that impact American families? So let's talk about the real issues. Let's talk about the issues that matter.
Former Representative Cori Bush formally announcing her campaign today to once again represent Missouri's 1st congressional district. After ousting Democratic Congressman Lacy Clay Jr., Bush lost to Wesley Bell last November. The race for that office will happen with a primary next fall, 2026. City leaders and advocates in Chicago say they want more transparency from ICE. Federal agents have conducted hundreds of immigration arrests in Chicago, including rappelling from Black Hawk helicopters, swarming an apartment complex, zip-tying children, and separating them from their parents. The vast majority of those detained for hours were U.S. citizens. Here's Chicago alderperson Andre Vasquez.
You got people in red states and blue states that can't pay their bills, they can't live their lives, and they know the government is screwing them over, but because they're busy watching whatever media reaffirms their bias, they're being led to believe that children, that families, that people that are locked up in that building are keeping them from the promise of this country.
The Trump administration additionally says it will withhold $2 billion for Chicago infrastructure projects, expanding funding fights that have targeted Democratic areas during the government shutdown. The shutdown could also affect Americans' abilities to secure a mortgage. Here's CBS's Kelly O'Grady.
We also have some tariffs that are going to go into effect in about a week and a half or so. Wood, furniture, things that when you are constructing a home, kitchen cabinets, bathroom vanities, could drive up the prices. And so as we see people struggle to get that first home because they do feel like prices have been rising and they're right, that could play into it.
From the business desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com. Taylor Swift's 12th album, The Life of a Showgirl, shows she's still at the top of the cultural mainstream. The album released at midnight. Release parties held around the country, including a number in St. Louis. From the Seliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk.
Sunshine, some clouds, and rather hot this afternoon. There can be a spotty thunderstorm over Metro East for a time, the high 90. Tonight will turn out clear with a low of 59 in the coolest suburbs, 66 downtown at the Arch. Sunny and quite warm tomorrow, high 89. From the Seliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk, I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Joe Lundberg on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
It's 81 degrees in downtown St. Louis. I'm Debbie Monterey, KMOX News.
This report is sponsored by Overhead Door Company of St. Louis.
If you need a new garage door, this could be your lucky day. Entries are now open for the $5,000 sweepstakes at Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. A winner will be chosen at random to receive $5,000 towards new garage doors, openers, or front entry doors of their choice. Enter now at overheaddoorsstlouis.com.
Chris Ronchi, Amy Mark scores because life is too short for boring radio. 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Okay, boys, here we go. Hey, from the jump now, let's go. Who's ready for some football? Football!
Why are you smiling? Because I love football.
I'm so glad football season's back.
That's right, baby. It is Friday. It's 11 o'clock, 11:04 to be exact, and we have our No Prize Pick'em Challenge today. We do this every Friday at this time, Amy Mark scores. And it's been I'd say it's been a successful football season so far. For me, I have won 3 times.
That is more times than the Bears are going to win.
Well, no, because they've already won 2. They're about to win 3. They're off this week. So it's going to be another week before they get to win again.
Allegedly.
Get on board now.
Allegedly.
Well, guess who did win last week?
Would it be Jason?
Listener Jason won last week our No Prize Pick'em Challenge. And for that, his only reward is he gets to come back and do it again. So
I think that's a great reward.
You could do worse.
You could do better, but you could do worse.
You could do better, but you could do a whole lot worse. So Jason is with us now on KMOX. Jason, congratulations on your win last week. How you feeling today?
I feel great. Thank you.
Jason, are you at work right now?
I am.
Are you in like a closet or like an unused conference room?
No, I'm in my postal vehicle.
Oh, yeah,
right.
you could do. You're the
Nice.
postal carrier. You can do whatever you want. My old station back in the day, there was a guy named Myron from his cubicle. That was his.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Because he would be at work and he would whisper.
Hey,
He'd whisper sports thoughts.
Ron,
so you
just-
don't have to do that. You have your own truck.
Yeah, he's got his own truck.
Right.
And Ron, I think real quick before we get started, I think you should pitch your delivery service idea to Jason since he's in the business.
Perfect. Jason, listen. All right, here's my idea. Tell me what you think. Be honest.
Okay.
I want to start a delivery service, much like UPS, postal service, whatever, where everybody is wearing short denim shorts cut off
Real
at
short.
the thigh.
Real short.
And
I'm already wearing those.
You know what? I'm stealing you away from the post
You're
office.
gonna be his first
And you're
hire.
gonna work. You're gonna work at my new company called Nice Package.
I love it. It's awesome.
Hell yes.
Wow, this is so exciting. This
Hell
is kismet.
yes. This is
I
great.
mean, when it's been hot out here like this, you gotta less clothes the better. It's better.
Yep.
Oh my God, I am so excited, Jason, and you're on board. And I got to tell you, the pay's not very good.
Well,
At least not the start.
Darn.
Yeah. I can tell
Oh,
you,
my
you're
goodness.
not. You are not going to get the fine benefits that the U.S. Postal Service gives you. It's going to be a little bit more of a rugged approach, probably.
That's gonna be hard to give up. All my
Yeah.
benefits.
I know.
Well, that's great. We are supposed to be hooking up with Chip Carey, and we have been able. He's in the middle of something now, so we would have to push off Chip Carey's, his appearance, and Kevin Wheeler is going to be joining us here in a moment. Why is he taking
No.
so long to get in here? He's
Where's
right down
Kevin?
the hall.
Is he coming from St. Charles on foot?
Kevin Wheeler's great. I love Kevin Wheeler.
Kevin, sit down and hurry up, man. We have time to wait for your crap
have headphones.
with your Miami jersey.
So Jason is on the line. He is a U.S. postal worker. He's in his truck, and he just said, "I love Kevin Wheeler."
Well, you got to turn your microphone
Well, I
on,
think
Kevin.
it's on.
It's on.
It's
oh my
okay,
gosh,
Jason.
this is
a
the
little
segment
bit
is
chaotic.
falling apart.
I have a feeling
Everything is falling
that's
apart.
what is happening right now is exactly how Nice
yell at
Package is
me.
going to be run.
Oh.
Nice Package is going to be a hot mess.
I'm not on this show anymore, man.
Okay,
Don't
here's
blame me.
Kevin Wheeler,
Yeah.
Jason.
Hi, Jason.
He likes you.
Hey, how's
All
it
right.
going? I love the DG show. It's awesome.
I'll pass the word along to the gang. Thanks, man.
Alrighty.
All right, you ready to go, guys?
Well, this is cheating. He's in a football jersey.
He isn't a football. Well, he knows football.
A little bit.
All right, here we go. Jason, you know what happens if you win, right?
I think so.
What?
I get nothing.
You get nothing.
That's right.
That's right. It's the no prize pick'em challenge. Okay, so let's get going. Here's what we do. We go through about 8 games or so. We see how many we can get through. And then the final game this week, we're going to do it a little different. Usually it's Sunday night football is our tiebreaker. This week it'll be Monday night because the Chiefs play on Monday night. So, and then for that game, you'll give us the winner and the total amount of points scored. So let's get going. Let's start with a really early one. It's a London game.
London.
The Vikings take on the Cleveland Browns. Jason?
I was torn with this one, but it came down to me not really caring that much for the Vikings, so I'm going with the Browns.
All right, Cleveland Browns it is. Kevin Wheeler, who's winning this one?
Vikes big. Dylan Gabriel, man.
This guy.
First NFL start. No faith.
No faith.
Jason,
He's like my height.
I just have to warn Jason that every pick that Kevin gives will be with a more sense of profound and monumental authority than you've ever heard.
Go big or go home, baby.
Biff with the almanac didn't have as much confidence as Kevin Wheeler
Oh my God. Great pull. Great pull. Yeah.
Good call.
Biff became a billionaire with that.
So because of that, I'm going with Kevin's pick, the Vikings.
Go with the Vikings.
Good job, butthead.
I'm going with the Cleveland Browns because the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, that to me is basically Bears home field. And I feel like Cleveland is going to help the Bears out this week by beating the Minnesota Vikings.
Solid logic.
Solid. Isn't that great logic?
Solid.
It's really, really bad logic. All right. Cowboys in New York against the Jets. These teams stink, Jason.
I'm going with the boys.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
They
I don't even
Dallas
know why
Cowboys.
I said, oh, no.
Wheels. Gotta do the same thing. Both of them suck, but I think Cowboys suck a little less.
I think that's probably true.
So I agree with Kevin. But I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say the Jets.
New York Jets.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm taking my boy Justin in this game.
All right.
I think Justin's going to have a nice game.
Do you?
Will he
I don't
make
think
it
he's
out of the game
concussed.
healthy?
Well, I don't know. That's a good point. That's not. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that's
gets hit a
gonna be-
lot.
Poor Justin Fields. I love Justin Fields. He's one of the most exciting players I've seen in a long time. Not great at throwing the football, but man,
That's
he
a
can,
bummer.
he can
That's
take off. He's
tough.
It's
He's
almost
really
like
awesome.
college football coaches should try to develop players and not just win games.
Right?
Almost.
Well, there's not enough money in developing.
Good point.
Broncos and Eagles in Philadelphia. The Eagles are undefeated right now. Denver's supposed to be really good this year.
They are.
So I think this is going to be a better game than it looks like. What do you think, Jason?
I still think the Eagles are going to pull this one out. They're at home, so I mean they've got home field advantage. I think they're going to do it.
Kevin?
Eagles.
Eagles?
You don't beat the Eagles in their ballpark.
Yeah.
Eagles.
Tush push all night long.
Yeah, I mean,
Eagles.
Duracell batteries, booing Santa Claus, putting
Yeah.
Vaseline on the lampposts. You have to go with the Eagles.
I am also going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles, and to celebrate, I'm going to have some water.
Water, yeah. You're
Dolphin-
going to get that from the Wawa.
From the Wawa.
What? They call it the Wawa?
No, there's a store
it's
called the Wawa.
It's a store.
Oh.
Yeah. It's their QT. That's kind of like that.
That's dumb.
I don't think so. I'd love to go to a Wawa.
Yeah, they're good. They got good sandwiches.
They can't hold a candle to Quick Trip, which is a national treasure.
I don't disagree.
I have to go pee-pee at the Wawa.
All right.
He wins already.
Jason, you are never allowed back here. This is Jason's last appearance, win or lose. Dolphins and Panthers in Florida. Jason,
I'm going with the Panthers.
why?
I just picked one. To
All
be
right, good.
honest.
Fine.
Yeah, that is a coin toss.
Wheels.
I'm going to go home field for Miami. I'm sorry, go for the road team with Miami. They're favorite on the road, which gives me a little bit of hope. But both of these teams are trash. Just flip a coin.
Both of these teams are trash.
Yeah.
Man, I'm really rooting for McDaniel. I wish he would. I like him. I just wish it would go better.
Yeah, Uber Nerd's not working out so great
No,
right now.
Uber Nerd's not going great. Amy?
I'm gonna go with the Panthers. I have
Panthers.
literally no reason other than I don't know. I'm not. I guess I have no feeling toward either team.
Well, they are 1-0 at home in 2026, 2025, so it's a trend.
Undefeated.
It's a trend.
I am going to go with Miami in this game as well. I'm rooting for my coach, Mike.
Even though no Tyreek Hill will
That's right.
take the risk.
Yeah, Tyreek's out, 8 weeks? Closer to 8 weeks? No, he's done for the
He's
year,
done.
right?
He
No, got
dislocated his knee,
that's
yeah.
right. That's right. He's done.
I'm looking at you
I
like,
forgot
what
about
do you
that.
know?
Well, no,
Is he getting a new leg?
Who's out 6 to 8?
I forget.
Yeah, there's somebody big. All right. Anyway, how about the Texans and Ravens in Baltimore? Jason?
I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens.
There you go. Baltimore's 1-3. They shouldn't be
That's
1-3.
insane.
Kevin?
Balmer, but still got to throw in the little nervousness because Lamar may not be okay.
I know.
Hammy's a little bit of a problem
That's
for a
right.
running
Well,
quarterback.
Well, that was the deal, right? Isn't
Yeah,
it?
but I'm still going to go with Balmer because they're not going to be 1-4, right? Although Houston might, I don't know. I think both of those teams have underachieved.
They definitely have.
Yeah, we'll go Balmer.
All right.
I think things are going to be just going so poorly for the Ravens that I'm picking the Texans.
You're going to go the Houston Texans. You think C.J. Stroud's going to get a win? All right, here we go.
No, I
You didn't-
just don't.
You made your pick?
I just,
yeah. I'm sorry, Baltimore. I'm picking.
Yeah.
I'm picking the Ravens.
I don't
in this
think
one.
Stroud's going to get the win. I just think the Ravens aren't going to win.
Okay, well, that's all right.
I'm really
So
picking the
that's-
loser more than I'm picking the winner.
You know, that's
Yeah.
a much easier bet. All right, this is a good one. Buccaneers in Seattle to take on the Seahawks, Jason. 2 3-1
Oh, my
teams.
goodness. Seahawks are going to get this one.
Seattle Seahawks, it is. Kevin?
Give me the Bucks on the road, man. I have zero belief in Sam Darnold. Let's go,
Yeah.
Baker. Let's go, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Plus,
Amy?
I know the defensive coordinator for Tampa Bay, so I'm gonna root for them.
Okay.
Gosh, I don't know. Sorry. This is in Seattle.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick the Seahawks only because of home. I really don't have a good feeling.
It's no place like home.
You're going with Seattle Seahawks fan Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Okay. He's a big Seahawks fan.
Oh, is he?
He tweets about him all the
Dean
time.
Morgan?
Yeah, it was Negan in The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I thought it was maybe a serial killer because serial killers always have the middle name.
That's true.
All right, Kevin, since you're here, we got to pick your Lions.
All right.
Lions and Bengals in Cincinnati, Jason.
I'm going with the Lions, definitely.
Lions. Detroit.
Yeah, that's a 3-touchdown win.
No.
Yeah.
Let's go Lions.
On the road, huh?
Bengals suck.
Yeah,
It's their backup quarterback,
True.
man.
It's a 10.5 point spread for that one. Amy?
Well,
I'll lay the points, too, if I can.
Obviously, picking the
don't need
Lions
to.
because, as I said, I would run through a wall or bite someone's kneecap for Dan Campbell.
Okay.
I feel like he just pumps people up. He's like the coach's coach.
And I am picking the Cincinnati Bengals out of spite.
Nice.
Wow.
Good job, Bears fan.
Yeah, out of spite. So sick of Yeah, of course, when the Bears have an opportunity to be good, every other team is
Yeah.
good in the division. Great.
Opportunity.
Yeah.
Opportunity to be
Commanders and Chargers in Los Angeles. What do you think, Jason?
I'm going to go with the Chargers.
The LA Chargers it is, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same. A little, Daniels has been banged up a bit, so
yeah,
easy to go home team and Herbert there.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like Matt Pauley. I don't know.
Why are we talking about this?
What are we even
Commanders.
doing here?
Commanders.
All right, Commanders it is. I'm going with Amy. I'm picking the Washington Commanders. I think they're going to be fine. All right, we're now going with the Monday night game. It is the Chiefs in Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Kansas City is 2-2. They're better than the record, I think. Jaguars are 3-1. So here's what I need, Jason. I need you to pick the winner and tell me how many total points will be scored in the game.
I'm definitely going with the Chiefs, and I'll say 45.
45 points. The over-under is 45.5.
Ooh.
Okay, so Kevin.
Yeah. Chiefs, big.
Ooh.
Trevor Lawrence gets picked 3 times.
Or
Wow,
Trevor.
Trevor Lawrence picked 3 times? That's not nice.
I know it's not nice, but Spags is good, and he's I still don't have faith, man. Still don't have faith. I'm going to go. This is going to be low scoring. I'm going to go 44.
44 points for Kevin. Amy?
I'm picking the Chiefs, and I'm going the opposite direction. I'm going to say 56 points.
56
Have you seen the Chiefs?
Yeah, they're elite now.
Oh, okay.
They're back.
I am going with the Jacksonville Jaguars out of spite.
What?
Spite, yeah.
What?
Are you a Chiefs hater?
I'm a
Or are you just
Chiefs
going
hater.
against the other 3 of us?
Then when you run into Trevor
Both.
Lawrence after they lose.
Jacksonville, 42 points. That's what I'm going with.
Jacksonville 42-0.
Jacksonville, 42-0. Yeah, Chiefs will not score. It's going to be a 42-0 final. The
Trevor
Jaguars are going to
Lawrence.
spend they're going to spend the entire fourth quarter taking a knee. Okay.
Wow.
Jason, thank you so
Yes,
much.
sir.
Good luck to you, and maybe we'll
Can
talk
I
to you
say-
next week.
Can I say one thing? I just want to give a shout out to my fellow workers at the Maplewood station, and just tell everybody hi and thanks for listening.
And go ahead, do me a
That boy,
favor.
Jason.
Ask your postal employee friends at the Maplewood location if any of them are interested in working for Nice Package, my new delivery service.
I'll definitely give them, and they're listening now, so they'll be telling me about it.
All right, get back to me.
If you've got
Again,
if you've got short shorts, make them shorter.
you don't. Yes, well, you don't even have to. Just we want.
They're called coochie cutters.
Okay, I don't know if you can say that. I don't know if you can say that.
Sorry.
Okay, Jason, this isn't the post office back room. You can't talk like that here.
I'm so sorry.
All right, Jason. Goodbye. We'll talk to you maybe next week. Wow. What do you think this is? Oh my gosh. We're all in trouble.
Unbelievable.
All right, Kevin, thanks for pinch hitting today.
Glad to do it,
We
man.
appreciate
Always
you.
in the building.
All right, go back to your desk.
I'm going.
All right. When we come back, I don't know what we're gonna do.
I don't know.
Amy had her inaugural show. Your Matrix Midwest.
Inaugural.
It's your inaugural show.
And also, we have a question about truck stop showers.
Yes, we do. On 104.1 FM KMOX.
Hey guys, Kevin Wheeler here for FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. And FanDuel is coming to Missouri. So on December 1st, you'll finally be able to bet on all your favorite teams in all your favorite sports. And with FanDuel, there are just a ton of ways to get in on the action. You can bet on everything from the money line to over-unders to which team's going to win it all at the end of the season. And with live betting, you can make it more immediate. You can even pick which player is going to score the next touchdown, and then the one after that, and the one after that, and so on. And I can't tell you how excited I am because I love FanDuel. I've been with them since they launched their daily fantasy games. And I've been using the FanDuel Sportsbook for years now when I've been in states that allow me to play. Well, coming December 1st, Missouri is one of those states. Now you and I, we can experience FanDuel in the comfort of our own homes. So see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and older and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
House stealing. It's a nightmare that's real. It's the FBI's term for thieves stealing your home's title and draining your equity. Just one fake document filed with a recorder, and scammers can own your home on paper, drain your equity, and do it all without you even knowing. Imagine waking up to a foreclosure or eviction notice. Listen to former title thief Matt Cox.
What people don't realize is the ease in which this crime can happen. I can take the deed to your house and I can transfer that deed into my name. It's a great crime, and it's happening all the time.
So how can you stop the nightmare and protect yourself? Find out if you're already a victim now at HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code RADIO and get a 30-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, a title scan, and access to a title specialist, a $250 value. Don't wait. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now. Promo code RADIO.
Rally House, shop every team in town. College and pro, come on, it's time to go.
Mizzou fans, don't miss out. Rally House Chesterfield is hosting Kevin Coleman Jr. Friday, October 3rd from 4 to 5 p.m.
Cardinals, Blues, Missouri State, Tigers, Billikens, don't be late. Rally House, Rally House. It's your city, it's your house, it's a Rally House.
Level up your fandom in-store or online at rallyhouse.com.
There's still time to save big money on your exterior painting project at Menards. Pristine is Dutch Boy's most durable exterior paint and primer in one. With its Rain Rinse technology, Rain naturally washes away dirt and grime. Plus, it resists cracking and peeling, making it perfect to withstand the harshest weather conditions. Save big money on Pristine exterior paint now at Menards. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, Dave, this is Susan L. Ward, and my law firm and I want to wish you congratulations on your 25 years with the show. I am really, really glad that you left family law practice to me, and here's to 25 more for you on radio.
1120 AM, 1041 FM, and streaming on the Odyssey app. KMOX is with you, however you listen, wherever you listen.
Okay, we're just crowdsourcing this question really quickly, and that is truck showers. Are they timed? We did confirm. I asked, how much does a truck shower cost?
About $17.
If you don't get gas in your truck, and it's $17. So I want to know, is it timed, or do you have as long as you want to stand there in the hot water?
Well, I do have a dream of showering in the truck stop, and I will report back to you.
Okay, 314-436-7900 if you want to text in. As Ron mentioned, I had my inaugural show on Matrix Midwest.
Yep.
Offside hockey with Curbs and Amy. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m., an hour long. Hockey talk. We chatted with Joey Vitale, which went off the rails as it always does. We chatted with St. Louis Post-Dispatch Blues beat writer Matthew DeFranks. It was a lot of fun. Really excited about the season. As I said, get your tickets now. The Blues are going to be good. But Matrix Midwest, you can watch the show on the app. You can watch it on Matrix Midwest, the channel on Spectrum or over-the-air television. But Matrix Midwest also posted a link to the show. So if you missed it on Wednesday,
Texter wants to know how your glow up went.
Oh, you
Did it
got to
look
watch
good?
Offside Hockey.
Nice.
It looks really good.
Good.
Thank you to Tamar Scher for showing me how to put on television makeup, but it's a lot of fun. Okay, speaking of putting on a show, we talked about this off the air, but the Riyadh Comedy Festival in Saudi Arabia had a huge list of who's who in comedy, from Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, Pete Davidson, among a ton of other stand-up comedians who did this comedy festival. And we briefly mentioned it the other day, but the comedians have come back and are kind of defending the fact that they performed in Saudi Arabia, a country that is famous for human rights abuses and censorship and chopping off the head, torturing and dismembering and chopping off the head of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. a few years ago. Well, anyway, some of the comedians you may think, yeah, everybody's got a price tag, kind of like the golfers on the Live Tour who decided to participate in sports washing of a regime that violates human rights. Well, now it's comedy washing or entertainment washing with this comedy festival. And Bill Burr, this is what I texted you guys. What a hypocritical coward. Because his whole thing, where he was almost kind of, defending Luigi Mangione, like, oh, show these billionaires that, you can't just boss people around. Well, then I
don't know that he was defending the murder. I think it was more like, you got to
stick it to the power.
Well, I mean, it was more like you have to understand where the anger is coming from, and then it's righteous or rightful.
Yes, rightful. But unless there's a price tag, unless you get to take the money from the Saudi family, the royal family. Now, when the invitation came to these comedians to perform at this festival, some people got 400,000. There was a comedian who she posted a screenshot of the offer. Hers was right at 400,000. Others got 1.6 million for one set.
Yep.
And the money worked. And Bill Burr came back raving about, wow, he called it a mind-blowing experience, how great Saudi Arabia was. He goes, I thought people would be running around with machetes saying death to America, but they were kind. They had a Chili's.
Well, I don't doubt that. I don't think he's wrong on that. I don't doubt the people who live there are like that. We're talking about the people who paid him, though. That's where the real problem is. You can't take money from these people.
You're living in a manufactured experience. The people that he's saying are so kind, they can't speak out. Their rights are being trampled. And he acted like it was just this great experience. No, this is manufactured. They're paying you to enjoy an experience that they've crafted so you can do exactly what you're doing, which is drinking the Kool-Aid a la Tucker Carlson, spitting out Kremlin propaganda,
Yep.
literally spitting out Kremlin propaganda. That's what Bill Burr is doing. You know what he didn't say? They also told us we could make no jokes about Saudi Arabia, Saudi Arabian culture, Islam, religion, the Saudi royal family. They absolutely owned Bill Burr, told him what he could not say. So this guy who acts like comedy speaks truth to power is a hypocritical coward, as so are the other comedians who went. One comedian who did not go because he didn't want to take blood money was Shane Gillis.
Yeah, he said no to it.
Pete Davidson said, I know people thought he shouldn't go because his dad died in September 11th and Saudi Arabia's role in September 11th. Guess what he said? Very classy guy. Said, yeah, it was so great. Made me forget about September 11th.
Yeah. I don't look, he can, he could say whatever he wants to about September 11th because he was directly affected.
In America, he can say whatever he wants, not in Saudi Arabia.
I'm still a little confused by his decision to do that. And I know his comment was, I see the routing number, the routing, and I see the money come in and I'm fine with it. So maybe in some respects, he feels like he's getting paid back for what the Saudis ended up doing. I don't know. I can't speak for him. I'm still a little confused as to why he did it. I'm disappointed in Bill Burr. I praise Shane Gillis for dropping out of it. Louis C.K. is not a great guy, so I could see him taking the money on that, and it is a significant amount of money, but for him, he doesn't really need it. That's a guy who's done really well in his comedy career and just didn't have to go this route. So I'm disappointed in all of these guys for taking the money they did. Mark Maron was awesome talking about this ahead of it and just blasting all these comedians that decided to take the money. Mark's a really smart guy.
And shout out to the comedian, I hope I'm saying it right, Atsuko Okatsuka. She's really funny, Japanese comedian, and she also turned it down. She's the one who screenshotted the offer and said, absolutely not.
So we are changing things up a little bit. We were supposed to talk to Danon Hughes, who is the Kansas City Chiefs radio analyst and former wide receiver for the Chiefs. He is not going to be visiting with us here at 11:30. He had a meeting that he's got to go to. So instead, he'll be with us on the Gas House Gang at 12:15. We'll talk a little Chiefs with Danon at 12:15. The Gas House Gang starts in 30 minutes, about 30 minutes. So you'll want to stick around for that. Mike Claiborne, Matt Pauley, and me on the Gas House Gang today until 1 o'clock. So instead, we are going to visit with Dane and then instead of coming up next. It's the Chris and Amy show. And right now, you have to know that FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. And it is coming to Missouri December 1st. That is less than 2 months away. Finally, it will be here. And you can bet on all your favorite teams and all your favorite sports. And at that time, it'll be basketball, hockey, football, both professional and college. And at FanDuel, tons of ways to get in on the action. You can bet on everything from money line to team totals to the spread if you want to do that, or futures, which are a lot of fun too. You have to wait a little bit for the outcome, but you can predict who will win the championship, who's going to win the most valuable player, Cy Young Award, whatever you choose. Plus, live betting. You can pick the player you think is going to score the next touchdown. If you're watching the game in the moment, you can also pick who's going to score the touchdown after that. You get the point. Download the FanDuel app now. You can go ahead and get familiar with it. The app is going to be live to use, though, December in Missouri. So it is coming up, but you can still get an idea of how the FanDuel app works. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Never predictable, always entertaining. Dave Glover, now celebrating 25 years.
Hi, Dave. Congratulations on 25 years. That is amazing. I am so happy that you and Rachel and Wheeler and Andrew invited me into the Dave Glover Show family. You all have become some of my favorite people. You make me laugh. You make me think. I enjoy hanging out with you all so much. And here's to another 25. Don't stop. Keep it up.
The Dave Glover Show, weekdays at 1 p.m. on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Sponsored by BioBalance Health and BioBalance Skin.
This month's Siteman Cancer Center Spotlight, we are discussing breast cancer with Dr. Debbie Bennett.
It's a great reminder to take care of yourself. I think people are so busy throughout the year taking care of everybody else. Seeing all the pink around in October is a really excellent time to take a step back and make sure that you are here to continue taking care of everybody else for a very long time.
Thanks to Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer. For more information, visit siteman.wustl.edu.
Now, KMOX weather from the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk.
Well, it's 83 degrees, real field temperature, 91, sunny to partly cloudy and hot today. Again, mentioning that the air quality is poor due to high levels of ozone. So if you are sensitive to air quality, asthma, all of that, take that into account if you are going to be spending time outside. A high today of 90, tonight clear with a low of 61. This weather is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
My best friend Jenny came over for coffee, said it's cold enough in here to play hockey. Well, my furnace broken, it's already late. Call Jerry Kelly because they're open till 8, jerrykelly.com. They're fast and they're good and they got it going on, Jerry Kelly.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights. We can reawaken any space to make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
An important message from S&L Coins. S&L Coins pays top dollar for your gold and silver coins, old currency, gold-filled jewelry, scrap gold and silver, silver plating, gold and silver bullion. Get a quote with a call to S&L at 544-3600. S&L Coins, 544-3600. Or visit S&L Coins at 9300 Gravois, just east of McKenzie. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 Saturday. Before you sell, call S&L 544-3600.
If you need a garage door, this could be your lucky day. Entries are open now for the $5,000 sweepstakes at Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. A winner will be chosen at random to receive $5,000 towards new garage doors, openers, or front entry doors of your choice. Deadline to enter is the end of the month to win the $5,000 sweepstakes with Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Enter now at overheaddoorstlouis.com. You can't win if you don't enter at overheaddoorstlouis.com.
What if you had a plan to build income outside your job? At Lifestyles Unlimited, you'll learn how people are investing in real estate to grow their income and make smarter financial choices one property at a time. Right now, join us for just $297. That's a savings of $443 off our real estate education program. Text RADIO to 88007. That's RADIO to 88007. Presented by Lifestyles Unlimited.
Monday night, get ready for Chiefs football as they face the Jaguars.
Siteman Cancer Center game time 6 p.m. Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer.
The Chiefs, the Jaguars, on your home for Chiefs football. 104.1 FM KMOX.
Text the show whenever you get an opportunity at 314-436-7900. Send us a message. We love to read your messages. You can even call us, too. Sometimes we'll take your calls. And whenever you want, leave us a voice message directly from the Odyssey app. If you have downloaded it to your phone, you just click this button. It says leave a message, and you record it and send it to us, and maybe we will play those. A couple of texts here we wanted to get through. We were just talking to Jason, who was our participant in the No Prize Pick'em at 11 o'clock, who works for the post office.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks like we have a different Jason who works for a different post office.
What?
Who says in the delivery industry these days, the more official term is parcels rather than packages. So in order to keep up with the times, wouldn't you want your idea for the company to be called Nice Parcel? Well, I see Nice Package has a better, and I agree with you. I do want to keep with the times here, but Nice Package has a better ring to it. Don't you think?
I think Nice Package, it embodies what you're going for.
Right.
A little bit better than Nice Parcel.
Right. There you go.
Because parcel, I get that it means package, but by saying nice parcel, it almost feels like a piece of something. Because you know how parcel can also mean to divide up? Like it's
Yeah, like a
piece
parcel of
something?
land.
Yes.
So,
I think
hey, it's a nice parcel you got
it's
there.
misleading.
Yeah. I'm putting a swing set out
You
there.
don't want to mislead your
Correct.
customer base.
That's absolutely correct. We just had a whole meeting yesterday with Odyssey
About
about
being
not misleading your customers,
Yeah.
your
What, is it
listeners.
because someone got in trouble?
Well, you got to be very careful when you give things away, like contests and that sort of thing.
That's why we don't give anything away.
Yeah.
We keep it above
can't-
aboard.
So one of the examples they gave
Yeah.
was a radio station somewhere. They promoted that they were giving away a Toyota.
Okay.
And so people thought they were about to win a car,
Oh, no.
but it was a toy Yoda from Star Wars.
That's deliberately misleading.
Yes.
Is this a joke?
And no,
This is
and
not made up.
This is totally made up. That was the example that we were given. It happened at a real radio station, and the station had to go and buy a car
Wow.
for the listener because they misled. Toy
Wow.
Yoda.
I never would have even pictured a toy Yoda. I would have pictured a car.
Exactly. And that's what the listener thought they were getting.
And those are nice cars.
They also brought up the story that I have mentioned a bunch of times, the Hold Your Wii for a Wii contest.
Oh, that lady died.
She died. It was
Yeah.
like 15 or so years ago, where the contest was they were giving away a Nintendo Wii, which were really hard to get at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And the contest was you had to drink a bottle of water every 15 minutes. And the last person that dropped out to go to the bathroom or throw up, like you weren't allowed to puke or go pee. And if you did, you were out of the contest. And she was one of the final two.
Hmm.
And she had to drop out. And she went home not feeling great, ended up dying.
Well, that's why, listen,
So-
we don't want you to die. We don't want you to feel misled. That's
No,
why we.
because when you die, it hurts our ratings.
Well, I mean, there are other reasons.
Well, yeah, but that's up there. It's not nothing. We were having the conversation earlier about your doctor and your dentist, and I don't really understand lying to your doctor or dentist.
Well, you can lie, or what I do is I tell the truth sheepishly. I feel so apologetic when I can't read the lines at the eye doctor. Now, you may think that I'm doing this for a bit or to be funny, but it's actually true. I have to psych myself up because I get very nervous. And even when when else I'm apologetic, when they ask me if 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 is better and I can't tell, I go, I'm sorry, They're pretty close.
Well, don't apologize for it.
Well, but I feel apologetic.
They go through it all the time.
It feels like I'm taking the ACT. It really does.
Well, this message says, there are two people on this earth you do not lie to. Your doctor and your lawyer. You are actively paying them both to make some stuff better that you messed up. Great point.
Yeah.
You
I would
do
say
not
there's-
want to lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Tell the absolute truth. Also, voice messages. We welcome them, like this one from Joe.
Hi, my name is Joe, and I listen to your program just about every day and enjoy it so much. You guys are a wonderful pair together, and you complement each other, and your guests are just tremendous, especially Major Garrett. Boy, I could listen to him all day long. He's just fantastic. So keep up the good work. It's again, you're part of my day. If I miss you during the day, I go back on the Odyssey app and I listen in the evening. I just think you guys bring so much to the station, to the city. Thank you for all you do, and thank you for those great guests you have.
What about Joe? Thank you,
Wow.
Joe. We
Does
did not
Joe
make
work
Joe
here?
do that. I don't think so.
that was
Is that-
really nice.
Was that you, James O'Sullivan? No.
Hi, my name is Joe.
Yeah, it says Joe. All right, thanks, Joe. We
That's
appreciate
awesome.
it.
That is really.
Didn't even put. We will put the nasty messages. Well, maybe depends on how nasty.
Don't solicit nasty messages.
I'm not soliciting nasty.
I just really appreciate Joe
Yeah,
taking that
thank you,
because here's
Joe.
the thing. People take the time to send angry messages, but very rarely do people go out of their way to say something nice. And Joe did that. I'm not saying,
What a
people all
nice
the
guy.
time say things about us. I'm just saying statistically, people say nice stuff about us all the time.
That's true. We had a
I'm
lot of
just saying overall.
at Ronnie's
statistically.
Ronnie's Marcus Cinema
Yeah.
at last night for the Soul on Fire
Yeah.
viewing party that we did. There were a lot of nice people who
Yeah.
showed up and said hello to us. So we want to thank Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing for partnering with us to rent out that theater
Mhm.
to watch the show. And I believe people had a really nice time there.
Yeah.
So part of our 100 acts of kindness happening with Jerry Kelly for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I love it. It'll be a lot of fun. And also, as we head into the holiday season, we're going to have some
We are going to be so
fun
kind.
events
You know
coming
what?
up.
Yeah. You know what's coming up, Amy?
Thanksgiving,
Well, yeah.
Christmas.
Think KMOX.
Oh, our 100th birthday.
Yes.
Are we
Whoa.
calling it a birthday or an anniversary? I feel like it's a birthday because we were born.
We were born on December 24th, 1925. That was the first time that KMOX went on the air. So we are celebrating year 100.
Because
And we'll have some stuff coming up here in the next few months.
the MO in KMOX is Missouri and the X is Christmas Eve.
Isn't that awesome?
I do love that.
I love
Do
the
you know,
history of that.
Do you know where our first studios were?
You told me, was it Webster Groves?
Close.
Kirkwood. It
Kirkwood.
was in Kirkwood.
That's why I moved there. I wanted to be closer to the mothership.
Is the building still there?
That's a great question. I don't know, but we do have pictures of the old KMOX studios from 1925, and it's. I'm like, let me go to the studio room where they would have some of the best musicians and artists come in and perform on live radio. So you have all of these beautiful ornate rugs on the ground. You have a grand piano. You have tapestries hanging all over and a chandelier because it was the sound room. But you would bring in some of the best artists in the country to play, and they would play live on KMOX.
Right? Is it? I love the history of the medium of radio and how it used to go, because everything was a production. It was, it's so easy for us to play things now. You know, everything is digital, so we can play music. It's super easy, and we have every song ever created right here in front of us, right? But in order to hear music and, disseminate it to a bunch of people, you had to have a band come in and
Yeah.
play at that time. That's incredible.
I've got these tapes, reels of actual tapes. We need to do some organization around here, but they're stacked, piled on top of each other in the cabinets above my desk. And if you open the cabinet, the labels on these reels of radio tape say things like Jack Buck interviews Eleanor Roosevelt. Like that one is literally
amazing.
above my desk.
That's amazing.
And of course, we talk about those moments with such historic figures like presidents and some of the greatest broadcasters and entertainers. And of course, Bill Clinton calling in from Air Force One while he was president, calling the Charlie Brennan show. The transcript of that interview was the front page of the New York Times the next day. How many times have we talked to a guest nationally or even globally famous who said, oh my gosh, I grew up listening to KMOX in Arkansas, in New York.
We've had a lot of
Kentucky.
We've had a lot of that. It's really very cool. This texter says 1925. So there were probably people around who had fought in the Civil War. But yeah, of course.
That's insane.
I didn't think
this
about
country is so young.
It really is. Bill in Lebanon, and I would like to think it's Lebanon, Illinois. I know there's one in Missouri, but I want to say it's Lebanon, Illinois, which is the home of Neil Kotz, former major leaguer.
Oh.
Bill says, my name isn't Joe, James, or Jerry Kelly, but I appreciate you guys too. Thanks, Bill.
Oh, awesome.
You know.
We were talking about 100 years of KMOX and how that listener did point out, you're right. There were probably Civil War veterans listening to KMOX. They would be old.
What was the show that Groucho Marx used to host?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? You've seen this clip.
This older gentleman it was in the 50s, I think.
It was a show in the 50s, and Groucho Marx is interviewing him, and the people have to guess what is big about him or like why he was significant.
Yeah.
And he was in Ford Theater when Lincoln was shot.
Which is
This was in
insane,
1950.
So, and I bring this up because you realize how young our country is. We have a founding father who still has a grandson or great-grandson living, something insane. But Europeans think 100 miles is far. Americans think 100 years is old.
That's right. That's very good.
It's so true.
We love it when you join the show at 314-436-7900. The Gas House Gang is coming up at 12 o'clock. Danon Hughes will talk Chiefs. Mike Hall will talk Big Ten. That's all coming up today on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Is your home, business, or church looking tired, chalky, or in need of curb appeal? Go Rhino. Tired of painting year after year? Go Rhino. Our unique 3M ceramic technology is perfect for brick, stucco, aluminum, steel, color lock masonite, and more. It's backed by our 25-year transferable warranty to not chip, crack, or peel. Great if you're staying, and even better if you're selling. Our ceramic coating allows you to maintain all of your architectural features. The decision to do vinyl will leave your home looking like a plastic moldy box. With Rhino Shield, in 15 years, your home will still have that, wow, it looks like you just got it painted. We've done large condo complexes, parking garages, pole barns, and commercial strip malls. We coat sloped and flat roofs to extend their lives too. Evaluations are free. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com. See what we did there? Genius. Tell them, ladies.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Hey guys, Kevin Wheeler here for FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. And FanDuel is coming to Missouri. So on December 1st, you'll finally be able to bet on all your favorite teams in all your favorite sports. And with FanDuel, there are just a ton of ways to get in on the action. You can bet on everything from the money line to over-unders to which team's going to win it all at the end of the season. And with live betting, you can make it more immediate. You can even pick which player is going to score the next touchdown, and then the one after that, and the one after that, and so on. And I can't tell you how excited I am because I love FanDuel. I've been with them since they launched their daily fantasy games, and I've been using the FanDuel Sportsbook for years now when I've been in states that allow me to play. Well, coming December 1st, Missouri is one of those states. Now you and I, we can experience FanDuel in the comfort of our own homes. So see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and older and present in Missouri. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
KMOX proudly supports the Mutual Awards, returning to Stiefel Theater Saturday, November 22nd. You can be in the audience for this nationally televised event, hosted right here in St. Louis. Named for Stan the Man, the show celebrates the year's greatest moments of sportsmanship and those who embody class and character. Experience the extraordinary moments and people that make the Mutual Awards an event like no other. For more information, KMOX.com/events.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-384-9393. That's 800-384-9393.
You've got a ton of equity in your home. You're sitting on a gold mine, and you could do so much with all that cash, like travel, invest it, or pay off debt, but you can't touch it unless you sell your home. But you really don't want to move. And besides, homes are sitting on the market for a long time these days. You're trapped, right? Well, not with TrueHold. With TrueHold, you can cash out your equity in as little as 30 days. And listen, you don't have to move. You can stay in the home you love as a renter. So that's TrueHold's Sell and Stay program. You cash out your entire home's value and stay put. TrueHold even covers property taxes, property insurance, and essential repairs. So imagine using that equity to travel, invest, or pay off debt and stay in your home. It's brilliant, especially in this slow market. You get an all-cash offer now by calling 1-855-300-9993. You can also visit TrueHold.com, the smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. That's TrueHold.com.
Chris and Amy now. The Dave Glover Show at 1 on the voice of St. Louis, KMOX. Now, a look back at this week's Chris and Amy Show, out of context.
Is there an epidemic of fatties in the military? I need to know about it.
I think you're supposed to go and blow on their feathers.
The monkey people get really mad.
Death is expensive.
Oh, it's do not die.
Do not do it.
It's a lot of cowhide.
I can't do anything.
You cannot.
You can't either.
I wouldn't even have it smelted into something else. I would use it. I would have it installed.
I would smelt it immediately.
I know what all those are.
If you
I know
smelt
every
it,
one
you
of them.
dealt it.
Yep.
That's what they say.
All right. So let's play the game, Matt.
All right. I'm going to play those clips for you individually, and you're going to defend them. We're going to give some context to them. And Ron, I'm going to start with you. Give some context to this.
The monkey people get really mad. So when you identify, like when you talk about a monkey and you like it's
Primates.
a chimp.
You're talking about primates. Yes.
And when you call it a chimp and it's a monkey, or you call it a gorilla and it's a chimp, whatever, they get really
No,
mad
but
at you.
You called every primate a monkey.
Yeah, I did.
That's correct.
Yeah. So
good job.
Monkeys.
There you go. Amy, another animal-related clip for you.
I think you're supposed to go and blow on their feathers.
I know what this one is too.
Sex in a chicken.
Sex in a chicken. That's when you determine the sex of a chicken, and somebody said you're supposed to blow onto the chicken
I think that was from a movie.
to uncover the nub.
Rush Hour 2.
We had a texter who said if there's a nubbin, then you know it's a male chicken. And you have to do it within the first 24 hours, they said, which I don't understand why.
Why?
I don't know. Like, is there a time limit?
I don't know.
Like, nope, you never get to know what this chicken is. Too late.
All right. This is the two of you on this clip here.
I wouldn't even have it smelted into
Really?
something else.
I know
I
what
would
this
use
is.
it.
Oh, yeah.
I would have it installed.
I would smelt it immediately.
I said that if
Stupidly.
if somebody gave me a golden toilet to use, I would install it and not sell it, because you said I should sell it because it might be worth up to $10 million. And I said no.
Why would you ever use a gold toilet?
Because having a gold toilet And when people come over to visit, being able to tell them, hey, go right ahead, use the bathroom, and them see the gold toilet, that's priceless.
No, it's not.
It's priceless.
Because your house has to match the gold toilet, because you can be house poor where you have a nice house and there's nothing in it because you can't afford anything. You don't want to have a junky apartment with a gold toilet because you're going to look like you don't understand how to spend your money.
Yeah.
Okay.
To give even more context to that, we're talking about the government shutdown, and we were talking about how the White House probably has golden toilets that they could sell, or something.
Well,
to make this
no,
work.
Trump has a golden toilet at home, but
At
he
his house.
was putting gold all over the Oval Office and the White House.
Okay.
Apparently.
Another one featuring the two of you. Give some context to this.
Death is expensive.
Oh, it's do not die.
Do not do it. Well, because Ron said something erroneous about dying being cheaper or something, which is absolutely not true.
Do you remember what that was?
It's
Why did you say-
was it about nursing homes?
No.
No, well,
Because
why
we did talk
you?
about nursing homes this week.
Death is cheap.
I don't remember.
Amy says she looks dead on TV, so she got to work with Tamara Scher to help her out with makeup. And then Ron said you could have just gone a cheaper route and hired a mortician.
That's true. Mortician would be cheap.
That's so funny. I totally forgot that.
Yeah.
Wow, that one I missed.
What was the wrestler, the Undertaker, his mortician? What was his name?
Don't know.
The weird looking guy. He had a white
Isn't
face.
it Morticia Adams?
No.
The wife?
Yeah, well,
Oh,
that's
yes.
Adam's family.
That's
Or
what
the
I've got
Munsters.
today.
The
I don't know.
Munsters?
Good
I
job.
don't remember. Anyway, next one. Is that it?
I got time for one more.
Go ahead.
Quick. All right, last one for Ranj.
Is there an epidemic of fatties in the military? Oh, yeah, because the Department of War Secretary Pete Hegseth was telling
Don't
people
call
they
it
need to
the-
be in shape.
Don't call it the Department of War. It's the
That's
Department
what
of
they
Defense.
changed the
Well, they're being stupid.
Okay.
It's the Department of Defense.
Okay, the Department of Defense Secretary said that people in the military need to stop being fat. Okay. Anyway,
well, never mind. I
that's
was
that's the show for the week. Come back on Monday. Monday at 9:00. We'll be back with you. And if anything was missed by you, it's your fault. But it is on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. Feel free to download that app or listen wherever. Okay. Have a great weekend. We will talk to you on Monday. It's the Chris and Amy Show. When we come back, it will be